Very nice intro. Hi,
You
how are
like that?
you? I
I'm
did.
good. You know, I was going to say this before you were going to even join me. There's those channels out here that just make you want to do better. You watch them, you see them have cool new stuff, Armstrong Adventures, and you're like, wait a minute, how can my channel be cool like that? I mean, Clock's got a cool movie
Yeah,
intro. Sherry does
yeah.
cool intros. Armstrong does cool intros, and I was like, how could Embarkation Nation like rise up a level here? Just so I I'm gonna probably play with it. I thought tonight I would just kind of test it out and see what everybody thought. But welcome in, everybody.
Welcome
Happy
in.
Friday. I know some of our friends are running around Hallow Scream in
I did. I
Williamsburg.
saw that
I see
Clock
that we're
and
cool.
Josh from Moonlight Adventures.
Yeah, doing some cool collaborations. So let me see hi to some individuals. So, hi, Muncie Channel. Hey, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's Warm Strong. Hi. Hi. Hey, Scratch and Pete. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Strays Dream Gaming. I hope you're doing well. I always want to call you by your real name because I know it. Hey, Journeys with June and Brady. I hope you're doing well. Cajun Country Travels. Hope you're doing good. Traveling check. Hi, Tony and Lisa. Will G. Hey, hope you're doing good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I. Oh, hey, Sherry. Yeah, Sherry, you need a pack. My mouse just died. Isn't that nice? Hey, Eddie Lugo. Yo, 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 yo. Hope you're doing well.
I got a
Sherry.
question for Destination Fun. How much do you have to pack?
I was going to ask
You've
you
been
that
packing for
too.
3 days.
I know. I was going to be like, friend, you taking the whole house? I think we advise not to do that. But I mean, she is, she's the next one to go on a fun cruise, and then it's you and a whole bunch of other creators.
It is going to be a bunch of us. Can't wait.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of jealous that we are not going on the booze cruise. I'm not going to lie. Like that's one I wish we would have booked and kind of if I would have, you know, done things differently. I would have definitely booked that one. I think it's gonna be a fun cruise.
Well, that's the thing about these cruises. It's a limited number of money and days off, so you have to pick and choose, and you pick one, and next thing you know, another one pops up that you wish you could get on. So it happens.
Yes, yes. Speaking of, I booked a cruise yesterday.
Did you really?
I really
Which
did.
which one did you book? The
I booked
ABC
an
Islands?
I did. I booked the ABC Island 8 day on the
Good for
horizon.
you.
Yeah. You know me.
When is it?
2026 January.
Okay, yeah. So you got a little time.
Got some time. I did the like the payment plan on it. I wanted to see how it works where you do like the no payment down and then you do the monthly installments. I
Okay.
wanted to see how that works. So just as as you learn with travel agent things, right?
Yeah.
So I tried it that way. So every month they'll take money out of my bank account, which is probably better for me in the long run.
It'll keep you on track.
Right, right, right. You'd be like surprised, not like dang that's due next month. Oh no,
Right.
Jubilee's due next week. What?
Oh no.
Hey Randy, welcome in. Sherry says she didn't start packing until yesterday.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Hi, Chandelaine Johnson Family Lifestyle. Hope you're doing well.
Welcome in.
8.5 days. That's gonna be a good. I'm like I said, I know that's gonna be a good cruise. Let's see, I know I missed somebody.
Is it that soon? Eight? Oh, I guess it is Sunday.
It is.
I guess I better start packing myself. I'm up here making fun of Sherry. Yeah,
I was
I guess I better start packing.
I was gonna say, here you
That's
are.
next.
And hey, Lady CZ and Lisa, how you doing? Will G just booked the Tropic Like It's Hot.
Tropic like it's hot.
Back up to 9 booked. Woo! We're not quite the Will G clock level, but we're like maybe one behind.
Good job, Will G.
That's awesome. And we looked at that one too. Actually, that one's still kind of on the maybe list because it's
Now, when is that? Like January 25?
January 25, and it's
Okay.
we always travel within that like January 10th through the end of the month time frame. That's usually when Andrew and I take a cruise or a trip, anyways, and it's right in that time frame. And it's a good price when I last looked.
Yeah.
It's a really
I
good
haven't looked lately,
price.
but I did look at it before.
And it's a Royal Caribbean cruise, so I mean, out of Galveston, it's a good cruise. I don't blame you, Will G. I would have booked it too. Start packing now. Don't be like me.
I mean, I kind of sort of started packing, but I mean, again, it's 3 or 4 pair of pants, 3 or 4 pair of shorts, some t-shirts. I actually, Crafty Leo. I don't know if you ever like in Betty's chat, Crafty Leo. I had her make me up some shirts and a mug, and I did a little shirt on it. She did a really really good job.
I saw that short, and if you haven't, please go check out. I know his link's probably dropping Warm Strong Adventures. That tumbler looked really cool. Your shirts did too. I liked on the pockets on not the pockets, but the on the sleeves.
The QR
But
code. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool with the tumbler. It had the your saying on it. It was
Yeah,
cool.
I thought she did a really good job. I'm happy.
I know I was about like, hey, maybe I should call her too.
Well, you know what I put again, and I wish she was on here because she did it, and she has like a company that she does that, for her a job. And I sent her email to ask her hey, do you mind if I put your website on there? She never responded back, so I made a big boy's decision. I just had to go ahead and put it on there. I mean, it is a business. I mean, I wouldn't think she would mind free advertising, but who knows?
Like I said, it was something I was looking at. I was like, hey, there, that looks really cool. Hey, Mike Ariana, hope you're doing well.
Welcome in.
I mean, well, gee, at this point, you probably just stay packed. You probably just come home, wash your clothes, and then you're ready to roll. I would think. Hey, Uncle Dave, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Cruise Nuts, I hope you're doing well. So, Bill, you and Clark have these fun, like, thank yous for memberships and stuff. I created one. I did the intro that you just saw, which, again, I may change. But I also created a thank you. I want to know your opinion on it.
Let's see.
Now, in chat, I want to know your opinion, too. I can change it. Are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
What do you think?
That was nice.
Yeah, it's quick.
Andrew, thank you.
Thank you. I actually picked that from a clip from another video.
Cash rules everything. Is that Wu-Tang?
That would be Wu-Tang.
Okay, okay. That sounds like something Andrew would be doing there with Wu-Tang Clan.
Well, thing about Andrew. So I grew up listening. Yeah. I grew up listening to country music and like your 70s and 80s. That's what my parents listened to. And then I started dating Andrew, who does not listen. Well, he listens to 70s, 80s, but he does not listen to country music. And I mean, like, at all. Like, and so, anyways, when I'm with him, I get to learn new music.
Right.
And he's got quite the span of music. But anyways, he's really into Wu-Tang. And so anyways, when I was thinking about like how cool your thank you is, I was like, hey, I can incorporate Andrew's Wu-Tang Clan.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, and again, it just takes a while playing around with things. But when you find out how easy it is to do it, sometimes, especially if you have different clips, they have like Filmora, they'll have like stock clips that you can use, and then you just add some music to it. You have to play with the music a little bit, maybe so you won't get a copyright claim. But it gets easy once you just fiddle around with it a little bit.
Well, I felt like tonight was the best night to test these because if I get a copyright, it's just me streaming. I can go and fix it, and then I'm not affecting my friends' channels. But Yeah, I sped it up a little bit, and it's like 3 seconds. So, but yeah, I was having fun today. I had to work today too, but I was having fun being creative in the last couple nights, trying to you and Clock and Sherry and Traveling Jack, y'all kind of get my brain going sometimes on creativeness because y'all like you're always raising the level, raising
Oh,
the
that
bar.
was clock. That was clock last night. What do you think about this thumbnail? And then I went down a rabbit hole, started doing thumbnails and trying to work on it. It's like and because I don't have the original photographs, there's not a whole lot that I can do with some of it.
Right.
But then started going down a rabbit hole. What I thought looked good, and it's like, man, I'm gonna be up all night doing this. This is crazy. It's like
Right.
leaving my thumbnail.
Well, I know, but that's what happens to me. I get on Canva and boy, I start looking at some of those templates and I don't even have the video for it, but I'm like, that's cool. How can I use that? Will G, I wish I was that organized. Yeah, we keep one bag packed. Love it. Oh, thank you, Mike Rihanna. Oh, that's Robin Jack. And Lisa likes 80s in the country is the best. Yeah. My dad liked that what do they call it, the golden country music, or it's something gold, country gold now.
I have no idea.
Feels like I didn't listen to that.
Johnny Cash is really who was it? Charlie Daniels and Devil Down in Georgia or something. I used to love that song.
Oh yeah, yeah, that and I mean Oak Ridge Boys and Statler Brothers and all the
I might know some of the music right here, but very few of them that I know by name. But Johnny Cash, he was a man.
yeah, yeah. He's got good music. Angelo will listen to Johnny Cash. Hey Emily, I hope you're doing well.
Emily,
Um, Journeys with June and Brady. I still can't figure out how to make a thumbnail. It takes practice and playing around. I know for us, it's me. It's just kind of clicking around and just I every day I find something. Well, like Bill, he told us yesterday. He's like, hey, do this like background thing, and I'm like, well, okay, how do you do that? Like I was just doing letters, but that's cool. That's a whole new level. Najuma Brown, I hope you're doing good. Everybody's saying hello. Brady loves country, me not. Hey, Scott McNeil, I hope you're doing well. If you don't know Freddie Jackson, you haven't heard music.
he's he's going back a little bit for Freddie Jackson.
Oh boy, I haven't heard music.
You've heard his song, you just don't know it was him.
Okay.
And don't ask me to sing one of his songs, but he
That's
was
what I
like
was saying.
he was like Luther Vandross before Luther Vandross.
Okay. So now that's something Andrew would probably know. Like Andrew's my
Probably
music
so.
guy. Yeah, he goes pretty far back. So, Bill, what's going on? I caught you this morning on you were a guest panelist. Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, African Dreaming. They had me on, did an interview. I had so much fun up there talking to them. African Dreaming is they're a couple from the U.S. from Texas, and they moved over to Tanzania in Africa. I guess they've been to other countries too, but right now they're settled in Tanzania, Africa, and just listen to their stories and different things. And then we started talking about cruising. They wanted to go cruising, and just just talking about life in general. And it was a lot of fun. I think it was about 2 hours.
It was a really good interview. It may have been 2 hours, but it did not feel like it was. I mean, it was a good topic, and I think y'all touched on a lot of great topics. And unfortunately, I left it playing, but I had to go into a meeting for work. But it from what I caught a good hour of it, and I was like, yeah, they had some great topics about traveling and just kind of people's perspectives in different countries. It was great. It was great. I think it's I mean, Bill, you always lead those great conversations like that. I've noticed you've been on a lot of guest panels lately. Thank you for being on mine. um, but you really are kind of leading, some great conversations and getting individuals to kind of think about cruising in a new light, and I love it. Here for it.
Well, I just like talk. First of all, I like talking. I'm quiet, but I'm always thinking. And when I get to know people and I get more comfortable with YouTube and coming out here, I can talk about any topic. My biggest problem with talking about topics is I don't want to I don't want to upset people. And my opinion, again, everything I say is always just my opinion. Everybody can do whatever they want to do, but it was like, I did the live yesterday about kids. See, I don't understand how people cannot not enjoy having family around you, kids, the grandparents, the parents. I don't know how you can go on vacation and not want that. If it's your honeymoon, I kind of sort of get it, but even then, it's like, hey, we can all still party and go honeymooners. You at nighttime, go your way, we go our way. But being around the family is just so much fun, and I don't understand it. But again, people do what they want to do, and I'm not going to knock it. I just don't understand it.
I I 100% agree, and I've been on both sides of that fence. So pre Chloe, I was probably that. Oh, I like kids, and I like being the aunt. And hey, okay, here's little one back. Me and Andrew. Actually, I remember in 2015, we like left my best friend's son's birthday party, like seventh birthday party, and we were like, oh gosh, we're never having, like, we were at that 7-year-old's birthday party and we were like, we're never having kids. And we actually left his party and went and hopped on a cruise like that night, like drove down and then the next morning got on a cruise and we were like, oh gosh, like, oh, poor Kara, I can't believe it. Do you see all those 7-year-olds running around? And then now
Yeah.
here we are also on the same flip of the coin, like, oh yeah, cruising with a kid is great. She's not that bad. You just get used to it. You get used to your surroundings and you kind of know when those temper tantrums are coming.
Well, I mean, again, it is different. I mean, when you have kids, you can't just do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. But again, God forbid, having somebody else step in on your time, that it ruins your time. And it's this. It doesn't ruin the time. It's just a different type of time.
Right. No, I 100% agree. You grow and change and as life changes, I can see where some people are like, I do not, I'm around kids all day. I don't want to be around kids.
Yep.
That's okay. It's your vacation. And there's those of us that's like, oh no, if we're going on a cruise, Chloe's going too. Um, hey, Cruising with Keith. I hope you're doing well and I hope you have a great show in a little bit. And I saw somebody else rock the boat. Hey, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're doing well. And I'm just scrolling through comments to make sure I'm on top of them. Lisa says, no, as long as they're not being little terrors, I don't mind kids. It's when they're rude, hateful, and destructive. I just want to deal with them. I can understand that.
I mean, again, I will. Hey, if I see a kid doing something wrong, hey, in a nice voice, let's say, don't do that, and keep it moving. I mean, no, how destructive is a 7-year-old going to be? How destructive is an 8-year-old going to be?
I'll tell you.
They're yelling and screaming. I get it sometimes, and kids are having fun playing, being kids. It doesn't bother me.
It was the 20-something-year-olds on the last cruise that kept messing with my door decorations and putting them in awkward arrangements and drawing things on my dry erase board. So it was not the 7, 8, 15-year-olds. It was the 25-year-olds across the hall from us that.
I really do. I have more problem with that. I have more problem with the drunks in the nightclub and in the hallways and yelling and screaming. I have more problems with that than I do with kids. Any day, give me the kids any day of the week. The drunk adults, because I mean some adults just don't know how to handle their liquor. Right. Me, I'm a fun loving drunk and I'm laughing. Nothing upsets me. But then they have other ones. Just everything you say and do just upsets them, and they want to fight and argue. And when you see those fights on the cruise ships, almost guaranteed alcohol was involved.
Exactly.
Show me that big brawl they had with the kids fighting on the cruise ship, and let me know about that.
Yeah, show me
Oh,
that
that's right. They
3-year-old fight.
don't. They
Yeah,
don't. You know.
I get it. I get it. Hey, Cruz, I like your new picture, by the way, and I hope you're doing well. And go Rangers. Sorry, I had to say that.
Cruise Vet. Let me tell you, Cruise Vet. I like what you're doing with your videos now. You know how we all have styles and different things like that. And one time, uh, Cruise Vet was putting out the cruise news, and I don't have anything wrong with the cruise news, but I like people to put their spin on the news, and he was pretty good at it. But now he's putting out videos of five of the most common questions asked about a cruise ship, and I really love the him sharing knowledge with us. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, instead of reading the news that I read this morning, he's giving me his spin on whatever topic he's talking about. And I think this morning or yesterday morning, it was about five common questions. Do they have ATMs on there? I mean, you go there and we'll look at it, but I like those type of videos because they entertain me because I'm looking at it and then it's like, oh yeah, you're right about that, and I'm up here talking to myself. Oh yeah, and they all by the in the casino there's an ATM, and I like those type of videos.
I do too, and I definitely concur. I do. I like it when I can go read the news. But I want to hear what, in this case, Cruise Vet, how he felt, and what his take was on it, because his experience again may be different than mine, and he may take the news a little differently than I did. If they said, oh, no more, no more double points for Royal tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, okay. But that may really upset, Cruise Vet. Yeah, just don't. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Just for an example.
But again, for me, if you're going to read the cruise news, if you're just if you're going to just look at the cruise news and read it, I don't get any benefit from that because I probably read that this morning already. Right. But if you read the cruise news and give me your take on it, well, now we can have a debate about whatever you're talking about. Hey, I love kids on a cruise ship. Hey, I hate kids on a cruise ship. I mean, we can have a little debate, a friendly debate, but just a little debate about it. And while you're saying what you're saying on TV, I'm in my head most of the time, not all the time. I'm up here. No, cruise, no, that's not right. You could do it like this. And I like when you make me think like that. That makes me want to watch the video, and then you watch it to the end to see what's going on. And that's not knocking people that read the news. Only thing I'd say for me, if you're going to read the news, give us your take on the news. That's all. If you want me to be interested in it, give us your take. And again, it doesn't have to be the take that everybody likes.
And I think that's what's great about this YouTube journey is, all of us are growing and learning, and like,
yeah.
From where we were a year ago to where we are now, I've not only seen our channel grow and evolve, but I've seen Warm Strong Adventures. I've seen yours. I've seen Destination Fun, Clocks, Eddie's, Jeremy and Cheryl's, both of their channels, Cruise Vet. All of us, I've just seen us just grow so much this past year. And I can't agree with you more. I love what Cruise Vet is doing now.
I do.
It's just great. Another channel I've seen kind of do some great things is Cruising Scene. I was watching her videos at the state fair, and she covers a lot of like Dallas Fort Worth area, which is where I'm from. And she was at the state fair, eating a turkey leg, and I was like, man, I'd kill for one of those turkey legs right now. I'll give 20 tickets. Like, it was $20, but they're $1 a ticket now. I was like, whew. But it gave me some feelings.
But one of the problems with us as creators, one of the problems is that we all want to be nice to everybody and tell everybody, great video, but they're not going to grow to be better if you're just giving them mouth service. Great video, but you really didn't like it. There was something that you didn't like about it. If in a nice way, and just like with Cruise Vet right now, by me talking to him, hopefully he understands, hey, he made a change in his channel and it's working. But if everybody always said great video, great video, great video, you don't know where you're improving and when you're not improving. Like if you watch my video, hey, I enjoyed the video, but it went a little too long. I appreciate that. It every comment on my videos, I leave there. I don't delete any comment unless it's derogatory or anything like that. But if it's just a comment about the video, you can write there, I hated your video. Sorry to hear that. I'm going to leave it up there. I prefer that you tell me I hated your video and then tell me why.
Right.
And then I can do I want to address that in my videos or not? Because I made changes in my videos based on people's comments. As far as when I first started out, I deleted. I had copyright music, so I had copyright claim, and I deleted the music out. And I've told the story before. I deleted it out, so it was just silence. And somebody left a comment that, hey, that was a good video. You know what would have made it better? Sound.
Right.
In my head, I thought you were saying it like in a snotty way. But again, they could have been just trying to help me. And now I think about it, when I look at my videos of what the sound is like, what the background of the picture is like. So you have to think about that. But if all you have is yes people around you, to me, it doesn't really make you better. That's why, Embarkation Nation, we talk clock, we talk, hey, I like this, I don't like that, try this, try that. And we talk, and it helps us get better than just doing the same old and not improving. If that makes sense to everybody.
It does.
And I don't mean to offend anybody out there.
Nope. And I mean, I will just say we don't really critique other people's channels too much, but we're hard on ourselves. I mean, I'll go to Bill and say, hey, I know this may be too long or that. Well, for instance, that thank you. I sent you 2 or 3 different versions today and was like, hey, which one did you like this? Oh, sorry, you're on a live. My bad. But
Well, but that's the whole thing. I mean, Clock had a thumbnail and he sends it out to us and we all look at it and give our opinions. Sherry said something about it, and then I said something about it. Try this, try that, and we try to help each other get better of what we like, and that's how you get better. If you go back to my first videos, if I didn't have people around me, Betty J Gathers and people like that around me talking to me, hey, try this, try talking more. I didn't talk on my videos when I first started doing YouTube. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to show my face. Bill, you got to show your face. You have to talk. People love to hear you talk, Bill. You got to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Well, guess what? Now I come on my lives and I start talking and people apparently seem to like it. Why? I don't know. But I do.
I freaking love Bill rants. I miss them at 2 a.m. I really do.
Well, again, you do, people do what you have to do at certain times.
Yes.
When I was trying to get my watch hours on, I was going on live 3 or 4 times a day. Just 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, 6 hours. I was staying on live just trying to get my watch hours. Some crazy reason I go on at 2 o'clock in the morning and I still 10 people would show up at 10 o'clock. I'm like, at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, why are you guys even up?
My bad.
But I was so thankful for them being there. But I'm more thankful for friends around me that can actually come to me and say, hey, Bill, you might want to look at that. Or Bill, you just put up a video. Are you sure that's the time you wanted for your live? Oh man, I made a mistake. Scratching Peter's like that. Make a mistake on your thumbnail with the wrong time. Here's a little message. Hey, you might want to look at that time. And yes. Again, that helps me out, and I appreciate that so much from everybody. And you can't trust me. You can't offend me. I don't. You're not going to offend me. Whatever you say, you're not going to offend me.
Same here. And I did want to touch on this comment here. I know I'm not growing as much as I could because I don't do lives. That'll come someday. And thanks for the shout. I will say Andrew and I, more Andrew than me, he doesn't like going live. He loves doing trivia and he does like small conversations. We've got a good group of friends now, so he's a little more talkative and feels more comfortable. But guys, y'all can probably tell when Andrew's feeling a little nervous or just, because I'm telling you guys, when you meet Andrew in real life, he's a little quirky. Okay, he's awesome, but a little quirky. we
all are, and that's the beauty of it, because we're not the same. We all have our little quirks. I mean, we get together in our little group and we talk about certain things. Whenever you hear me on here and you hear like controversial cruising or something, say something like I digress. Well, I used to say it. I still do say it all the time. Well, I digress. And I say it all the time, and then he come back and and he'll say to me, "It's an inside joke because you probably don't know that, but we're laughing because it's like what we say all the time, and we call it drinking game. So it's like controversial cruising. I'm sure he won't mind, but he actually, I told him about it, and he explained to me why he does it. But like he would say the name Brady a lot, and I mean, man, if we were playing a drinking game, I'd be drunk by now. But he explained to me why he did it, and it made sense.
It did.
But again, it's all in fun. It's like, hey, are you aware that you're doing this, or are you aware your video didn't have any sound? Are you aware that you just cut the video short? That ending, you should have had like a softer ending somehow. And to me, that's how we get better as a group. But again, me getting better as a person.
I will say the other day when Uncle Dave said, "Hey, y'all's room tour for Margaritaville was really good." He said something like it was a good video. I took that so to heart because, I mean, it wasn't like we were talking about the video and he just said, "Hey, that he like said he came on and said that was a good video." And Sea Lake Journeys said the same thing to us. And I, for once on this YouTube journey, I finally felt like maybe I'm kind of figuring this out a little bit. Now tomorrow it may change. Just so
Well, but again, certain things work and certain things don't. But let me can I say one thing real quick? Emily said something. To be fair, I'm jumping over. Let me see. I'm jumping over to see Keith for a bit. People, that's fine.
Yeah.
You only have a certain amount of time to watch people.
Yes.
You can't. Well, I can't expect you to stay in my live all the time. There's 1,000 other channels you could be watching. The fact that you stopped in for a minute, it's fine with me. We all have different friends.
Us too. And no, we feel the same way. Like just the fact that 24 of you are here, I can't imagine. I'm just thankful. There's some good channels on tonight. It's Friday night.
Right.
Y'all, thank you.
Bruce is going on later on tonight, I believe, at 8:00. I hope it's not right now. Going on 8:00, talking about the booze cruise and him. See me traveling. Somebody else, but they're going to talk about packing for the booze cruise because we're all getting excited for it.
Yeah.
But say we go over a little bit longer, it happens. It's nothing to get mad about. Nobody's trying to steal your people or anything like that. Nope. But again, nope. I know that Rock the Boat likes me. He likes Embarkation Nation, likes Bruce. He can't just spend all his time in one place. And I'm just using an example. Rock the Boat always come to my channel first. But no. But again, we understand and don't never feel bad about that because we all understand and just glad that you stopped in to say hi, even if it's just for a minute.
And there's always hashtag replay. There's times where, like today with Bill, that was a great live, but I had a work meeting and Chloe likes a house and nice things and cruising, so I had to go to the work meeting. I wanted to stay and watch YouTube, but fortunately, Chloe likes expensive. Well, mommy does too. But yeah, so no, it's great. And Ocean to Ocean said that.
Bruce, see, I thought it was last night, but then I thought I saw it like a few minutes ago that it was coming on. Oh, right, you're right. My bad. House of X. I knew I saw something for tonight. I'm like, man, I didn't miss it because I missed the one from last night. I went back, started it, but I didn't get a chance to even get 10 or 15 minutes into it. But I said, I'll watch it on replay. But then I saw something today. He's being interviewed by, I think him and Cindy, it might be just him, but him and Cindy have been interviewed by House of X tonight at 8 p.m. That's what I saw. My bad, Bruce. But I did see something. See, I noticed. I did see it.
Journeys from June and Brady. They're going to give us a tour of camper and scenes from the river. Oh, yay. Camping videos are fun. I won't I won't sleep go camping anymore. But I like other people watching their videos who do. I just don't want to sleep in the camper anymore.
Right.
It took 6 months of that, and I have learned things I do not like in life as I go through them, and living in an RV for 6 months is not what works for me and Andrew. There was not enough space for us. Sure, Jen, blame it on Chloe. You know, I will say, I will give an update on that too. We got her big girl room done this week. We missed a couple of our friends' lives, and we had to do hashtag replay. But um, she's got her big girl, her crib. Well, it's actually in my hallway right now, and like 9 totes of clothes, shoes, and toys later because we had to swap everything out. Um, her big girl room is all ready to go. She has her little TV in there for Paw Patrol, so mommy and daddy can watch their shows now, Andrew and I, and she can go watch TV in her room. And we put her Paw Patrol bedding on. It was a big deal. It was a big deal, guys. I mean, she had to tell everybody. She had to tell the people at the grocery store, putting groceries in her cart. She now had a big girl bed. I mean, it was a big deal.
But that is a big deal.
It was. It and Will G, we understand. I mean, we are just so grateful for any time you give us, and we and y'all cruise too. I mean, y'all are on cruises too, and
Right.
I know it's hard when you're on a cruise trying to collect, see your keep up with content creators. I came back that week from in May, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 2 weeks behind.
Well, I mean, but again, the thing is, let's say there's 3 or 4 people that you like, and they go on for an hour each a day. So that's 4 or 5 hours or whatever that you're spending on YouTube on just 4 or 5 people. Well, a ton more people.
Right.
Now it's our job, because we understand that you can't watch us, but it's our job to get you to stay to watch our channel. So I have to put out content that you want to stay for and that you can't miss out. That you know what? I want to sit there and watch Warmstrong Adventures. Bruce, I'm gonna have to watch you on a replay or whatever. That's our job to do that. That's not your fault. That's all on us.
And that kind of goes back to the where we're critiquing to get better or enhance our channel. I mean, I see things on Bruce's channel on different Moonlight Adventures, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't want to steal and copy that. That's a whole nother topic. But
I do.
But it's like, how can we make that kind of cool on Embarkation Nation's channel? Hey, Bud Files, I hope you're doing well. And Sherry asked if these are new glasses. So these are like they're ones I wear for work because I've got like a lot of screens in here for work when I'm looking at a lot of documents, and they're a little tinted, and I forgot to switch them out. I've got about 3 or 4 pairs of glasses, and these are the ones I wear towards the end of the week because they're a little tinted to help with screen time, and my eyes are a little tired. Random facts about Jennifer.
Random.
Oh, the good thing about a translate, you can watch summation. That's true.
Right. And people, again, they do what I don't watch as many shows as I should. I'm in and out because I'm always doing something, and I'm always in and out. And always, even if I'm watching something on TV, I'm on my phone probably doing something. And so a lot of times I'm in the background, and when I'm on my phone and watching on TV, it's hard to comment. And so I'll just be there. But I won't comment unless somebody says something that catches my attention. Then let me get in there.
Well, and there was a channel, another creator this week, I was trying to explain to them that, like, hey, we're usually here. You don't have to call us out. We're lurking. I'm usually working or, doing other things, but we're here. Don't worry.
Well, that's weird. I appreciate anybody that watches me.
Me too.
And yeah, I mean, I think I know what channel you're talking about. And again, I appreciate everybody, and everybody's my friend. And so I have certain friends that I do more with, Jennifer and Clock and Sherry. I mean, we all get together. But again, that's as a little support group trying to do what do we like to do better? What can we do better? What can we, how do we bring more people in to our community and getting them, to come in and watch our lives? How can we grow that number? And that's what we talk about. Hey, what do you think about that trivia show? What do you think about my show with kids? We go back, and a lot of times when this live is over, like after tonight, after this live is over, the live is going to be shut down, but Jennifer and I are going to sit down there and just talk about certain things. It's like, hey, you know what? You left you got too far behind in the chat or something like that. But that's just trying to get better at our craft so that we can keep people longer and make you want to, make you want to watch us.
Yes.
Even what Tony Lalita, Tony Lalita Loca. If you watch him, if you notice, he's changing. He's doing his news show, but now he's doing something at the end where it's like, what ports are these? He's asking a question. So there's something about his number that he saw that, hey, we're not growing. How can I keep them entertained? And he has like the first person that names all 3 ports, I will give him a shout out on the channel on the next show. People change, and if you don't change, you're going to just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again, and you're not going to grow. So hopefully, you see growth in me from my lives, from what I used to do a long time ago to what I'm doing now. Hopefully you see a change, because I don't want to stay the same. I want to improve. I want to give you the best product that I can possibly give you.
Yes.
And that's part of the rambling part right there, because I kind of ramble a little bit.
Respectful, constructive criticism. Words are hard. Criticism is never a bad thing. I agree, and we welcome it too. I know one thing. Bill, I'm gonna call you out here. One time I asked Bill, I'm like, are our intros too long? Like, are we too wordy? I'm noticing things in the analytics. This was probably about 8 months ago, Bill. I think it was right when we were maybe around January. I was like, hey, can you explain this to me? And Bill said, hey, maybe a little less long intro, and maybe splice your scenes a little bit better, maybe have softer transitions to them, and then add. And I was like, okay, thank you so much for that advice, because those are things, as a new YouTuber or a new channel, I didn't really get that concept. Well, Andrew and I, we both work on the channel, but we both didn't get that concept. We were both kind of struggling a little bit with, our place in YouTube, and how to do it. That brings up comments in his, he does bring up comments in his videos too. Yeah. Hey, Clock, I hope you're doing well. I know you're running around. Hey, Clock, I know you mentioned going live. I know you and Moonlight were kind of doing a joint thing. Let me know when you're going to go live too. Travel Scout does the same thing where there's multiple choice questions that generate comments. Okay. Yeah, I've watched them.
And again, that's really what you want. You want people talking in your chat. And we love when you're speaking, everybody saying hi to everybody. But what we really want is conversation in the chat. Like, hey, what do you think about the muster drill on the ship? Not the muster drill that comes live. What do you think about the muster drill? And there's conversation going, because what it shows is involvement. And when there's a lot of involvement, YouTube looks at it like, hey, people like this show. Mm-hmm. The one thing you don't want is just like the chat to go stagnant. That's why, like Scratching Pete, when you see his chat moving, I mean, that's what you want. You want to. I can't even keep up with it, and then it gets to a point where you can't keep up with the chat. So now it's like you're skipping people, not on purpose, but just because the chat is moving so fast, which is a good thing for us. But hopefully you don't feel slighted that hey, they didn't read my hello or whatever. So we all try to do certain things to make our channels better. And those changes, and what she was talking about as far as the videos, I made a long, let's say 45 second to a minute video intro. And I made a long intro. I got my pictures and songs, and it's going to be a good day. I had all this made up, and I was playing it. If you look at your analytics, I'm looking at my analytics. Before that gets done, people were leaving the chat, or people were leaving that video. So that means I didn't catch their attention in that video. So I need to shorten that up. And that's why, if you see a lot of channels, it's 10 to 15 seconds for an intro. They do like I don't know, preliminary, or what do they call that when you come on and talk about what's going to be later on down in the video? You come on for that preliminary talk, the intro, and then the talk. And that's what they do, to try to get people interested in, make sure you watch to find out, who's going to be on the show tonight or whatever. And your little intro, so people know who you are. but then move on to the topic. I feel like I'm rambling again.
No,
I'm not even
no,
drinking.
no. And I in the chat, if there's kind of you don't have to be specific about your channel, but maybe there's something you have learned with your channel that you thought, hey, maybe others should know about this. Or if there's something maybe you see on Bill's or Bruce's or Clock's or anybody in chat that you're like, hey, I've always wanted to know why you do this. I think that could be a good conversation as well. I know I said this would be kind of Disney and cruise talk, so we're kind of doing Disney and cruise talk.
No
Not
Disney.
really.
I don't know anything about Disney. No Disney.
Well, my friend Sherry was going to join me, but she's got a cruise this weekend.
Well, I'm jealous.
I know.
Another thing I'm gonna give. Another thing, people, and it's me and you talking now. Just and I want you to think about this. And this is something that I started doing with my live videos. A lot of us do lives. Bruce, you do a live. Embarkation does a live. Sherry does a live. At the end of my live, it takes about 24 hours before the video renders on YouTube. But what I do is I go back and cut out all that fluff until the topic that I'm talking about starts. So you know how we'll spend 10 or 15 minutes. Embarkation Nation came in. Will G came in. Hello. Hey, how are you? How's the weather down there? And we do that. So we do 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's how we're talking. Scratch and Pete, welcome in. We do that for 15 to 20 minutes. I cut all that out because Team Replay, say I get a channel that comes in, they don't know me. Do you really think they're going to sit through 15 or 20 minutes of me saying hi to my friends? I cut all that out, and the first thing you'll hear is, and what we're talking about today is blah, 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 kids on a cruise ship. I cut out all that intro. I cut out everything to that point to try to keep them interested in my video. So if you do lives, think about that. You might want to start doing that. You go into editor on YouTube, you can edit it, cut it right out. And I think you'll see that you'll get more watch time. More people will watch your video longer because people just saying hi for 15, 20 minutes, people they're gonna tune out. I tune out.
I can see that too, and I do the same. And two, I know we kind of mentioned it briefly, but it's not something I really thought about. But I think that's probably the biggest fear with some individuals about going live is like, what if there's a troll in here and I accidentally click on the comment and it flashes up here, Jennifer.
Yeah. But that happens.
It happens. But I think learning and knowing that you can go back in and edit that it's okay. It's alive. Only the ones who were in the chat or there in your chat, not if you're streaming, co-streaming, but just in your chat. I think that's why so many of us get nervous about lives because what could go wrong, right? We don't focus on what could go right. We focus on what could go wrong. And I think that is why so many of us, me included, were so nervous about lives. I don't want to do lives. I can't edit it out. I can't clean up my ums and my randomness.
And Will J says, or they fast forward. The problem with fast forward, yes, some people will. I'd rather have everybody start from the very beginning right away. Some people fast forward. Other people will be like, nope, I'm gone. Nope, next video. You got a short window there where you grab their attention. And if they have to do work to get to your content, you fast forward. Nope, they're still talking. Nope. Oh, I went too far back. Hold on, let me go back. If they have to do work to get to your content, but yeah, most people aren't going to stick around. If you're watching, like if I'm watching Embarkation Nation's video, okay, I might do that. But we're talking about somebody who's Team Replay who is new to your channel. Yeah. Somebody who just came in, flicked on the TV, saw a good thumbnail. Let me see what they're talking about. Yeah, they're not going to search for the content. It's like, right. Oh, this was clickbait. This is just crazy. I'm not listening to this. They're giving a weather report. I don't want to listen to this. So you got that short little piece of time, and that's what I try to do. Again, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. For me, it seems to work. When I look at my numbers, I hold their attention longer before they start to fall off.
That's great advice. Because if somebody was to come into this chat now, they'd be like, what is going on here?
What is? But again, if you delete all the hellos until that part we
Right.
start talking, and then it's like, oh, they're talking about YouTube channel and how to
How to
and
grow.
how to better your YouTube channel. And you can always go back and change the title of it. So let's say we're the title on this video says cruising in Disney. Go back, change it out, take off the Disney, and talk about cruise tips or YouTube tips. And now when people search it, they come here and that's what they get. So for whatever the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes we were talking about, that's probably what I would title the video. So go back, change the video to what you're actually talking about.
Okay.
If you're talking about the weather, if you're talking about saying hello and goodbye and all this other stuff, yeah, that's kind of tough to search in YouTube.
That's true. And Wilgie, I couldn't tell you're on your phone, but when I am on my phone, you will definitely get typos from me, and you get less like hello at destination fun. You get hello Sherry.
Yep, that's it.
So, just like, and usually if I'm on my Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, 99% of the time I'm on my cell phone and I'm doing something else and I'm listening and tuning in and stuff. So just so y'all know, if I'm under Embarkation Nation, I'm probably at the laptop or a little easier to respond. But if I'm at Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, yeah, I'm on my cell phone. How horrible is it when my fumble fingers accidentally changes the video and then I have to go back? Oh, I did that last night. I was watching somebody, it was JNS. I was watching their Walmart video and I was almost to the end and I was like, wait a minute, I want to see what they got. And I had to go back through, fast forward. Sorry. I went back and changed the cruising and football title from what I originally had. Yep.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, you want it to where when people are doing a search on it, your tags and all this other stuff, hashtags, that when people search it, they come across your channel. Now you have to have the thumbnail because you get impressions. You only the click-through rate. The click-through rate is you get a group of thumbnails up here and they pass you by. So what's the click-through rate that they click on your videos? Most people's are pretty low, like 2%, 3%. You want to get about 10%, where 10% of the people that see your video click on it or see your thumbnail or title, they click on it. About 10%. More than that, I mean, wonderful. But if you get to 10%, you'd be happy if you do the impressions and you get about 10%. Most people are about 2 or 3%, and then they don't care about the thumbnails, they don't care about the title, and people look at it. Yep, next video. Oh, did you see that thumbnail over there? Oh, that's why people use clickbait, which I don't recommend clickbait. Clickbait is when you have something like just unbelievable on your thumbnail and it's not even in the video. I mean, that's just people won't come back to your channel again. They'll block you.
Right. And there's ones I've gone to and I'm like, what? That had nothing to do with anything.
Right. Oh, I block them. I'm like, yeah, no, because you're not getting me again, and I just block them.
I know for me too, I don't like really busy thumbnails. If it's got a lot of words and it's got or like a lot of messy objects, I don't know how to like too much on there. I can't. One, I just usually scroll on by because I'm like, that looks busy, and I couldn't even focus and clearly get what is on your thumbnail. And then two, I also kind of started having Chloe look at thumbnails because she can't read, right? So she's 3. She's learned, some, but she really can't read, whatever it is. But I can guarantee you she can go tell you what Paw Patrol and what thumbnail and that's Fuzzy Wuzzy Paw Patrol toys, and not Sky with the pool, Sky with the dinosaur, whatever it is. And so it really, like, watching her, and again, our thumbnails are not towards a 3-year-old, but it really kind of made me think differently about our thumbnails because I'm like, at this kind of age, she recognizes, Like she knows what McDonald's is. She can spot that, half a mile down the road. She knows those golden arches, right? And so even as a young child, we learn to look at things and focus on it and what catches our attention. And so I've started looking at our thumbnails in that perspective again, not gearing them towards a 3-year-old, but like what's clean. And again, they still need work. Mine definitely need work. But sometimes when there's a couple of ones I can think of offhand when it's really busy, I'm like, what is going on?
Well, but again, certain things, like even like looking right now at the background for this live, you have some water, you have a nice blue sky, but nothing that takes your sight away from us.
Right.
So we're still the main focus. But have you seen the videos? I mean, the backgrounds where there's so much going on that you don't know who's talking. It's like it's all over the place. But again, you kind of learn that over time, and like I like a nice clean background like this because I can focus in on it. And I've had people leave me comments as far as, well, I love the topic, I love the conversation, but the background was too busy. You had all the stuff going on in the background, and then at the bottom you had the ticker tape going, and it was just too much going on for people. So you want it clean and neat, and that goes with a thumbnail too. Words big enough, because a lot of people are looking on their phone, so they look down at it, they can read the words, and that looks interesting. Let me click on that.
Yes. Yeah, because that's another thing too, is like sometimes I realize I make my words too small, and I'm trying to work on that too. Because I'm like, wait, if I had to go get my glass, if I'm in bed and I looked at my own thumbnail and had to go get my glasses, oh boy, oh my, I need to do better. Let's see. Fumble fingers, accidentally putting somebody in timeout or booted a. Yeah, I've done that. I think it was actually Bill's chat. I was like, sorry, so and so, come back in 300 seconds. I didn't mean to. Sorry, Bill. I've unliked, then disliked, and unliked and reliked a video all in a matter of seconds, and panicked because I unliked caused even more problems. Yes, done that too. I hate thumbnails with over-exaggerated pictures of vloggers supposedly reacting to the subject of their thumbnail. That's interesting, because that's what they kind of tell you to do.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I guess, and the key word here is over-exaggerated. I don't mind. I don't mind so much, as long as it makes sense. I hate misleading thumbnails that something happened and it really didn't happen, and it's like I just feel tricked. Like you bamboozled me into coming in here to watch your video.
Bamboozled.
Hoodwink. Oh.
I'm Blue Crew for LL and Tuesday night they had over 1,000. Chat was going so fast, and here's me on my phone trying to follow. Yeah, their chat. I mean, it's almost like it's like even with me, it's like I only notice the super chats.
Well, I mean, again, like the Blue Crew. Basically, you're looking for spammers. You're not going to be able to keep up with every chat, but if you can keep up with the spammers, you're not going to get to every question. You're not, it's. I mean, it is what it is. Especially when you're that big. Maybe one day we'll get there.
One day we'll be there. Not if, and it's when. Oh no, did I freeze? Oh no, it was me. Yeah, I mean, their chats. I mean, that's why you have multiple mods and stuff in there, because there's no way 1 or 2 people could catch all that. It's a little easy. I mean, even with us, sometimes, a bot will get by, and it's like.
I mean, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially like, say you didn't have any moderators in here. We're trying to watch the chat and have a conversation. Like this is your chat, so I'm trying to stay down at the bottom to try to see who's coming in, and if you get a super chat, so you don't miss it for too long because you're behind into the chat. And I kind of feel that like that's my job. You can get down to any questions, but some of the people that are kind enough to donate to the channel, need to be recognized, as soon as possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but if somebody comes in spamming, yeah, I mean, try to catch it as fast as possible. And if you're talking about a question that was from 3 minutes ago, it's going to be 3 minutes before you get to that point. That's where the moderators come in to make sure, hey, no, that wasn't right. Hold on, wait a second. Hey, Jennifer, you got a super chat. Be watch out. Be mindful of that. So, I
Yes.
love my moderators.
Yes, and then I mean, well, like yesterday for you, Bill, I was trying to help with like, hey, congratulations, clock. Hope
Yeah,
you
I know.
become a member.
Well, it's really weird when it pops up. I can't see it right away because they don't put like whoever got the subscription right away,
Right.
and then I try to find it, but then I'm losing my place in the chat. So, it is what it is.
It is. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of all of our members. We had a lot of new members between yesterday and actually throughout the week. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. And here's one of them now. Hey, Scott, Controversial Cruising. Scott and I were having a conversation last night. We were voice chatting each other about ways to improve the trivia show. Like what are some ideas we had, what are things we could improve on. And that's another thing. Every live, it doesn't matter if it's with Bill, if it's with Scott, if I was in the chat and Andrew was on here, we go back and we really look at the show and like where can we improve. Like one time I noticed I am always looking at my comment sections over here. So if you always see me looking over here, it's because I'm trying to read the comment. Well, I've learned to put my camera more towards that section so you don't see me looking like this all the time trying to read comment. And two, wearing glasses helps.
Right.
But yeah, it's always growing.
It's definitely a learning curve.
Yeah.
I will say, like, and I always give Scott Controversial Cruising. He really did. He helped me out tremendously. And again, being nice, being friendly. I forget exactly where we met, but he has such great ideals, and he's so focused. And that's what I was lacking, and trying to have a topic to talk about for longer than 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
And you get people engaged that way, whether it be cruising. And cruising, you can cover a lot in cruising. And that's why if you ever notice, like for the last, I don't know, 8 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever it's been, every Thursday on Banter with Bill, I used to have like a blanket Banter with Bill cruise chat. But now I actually have a topic, and I try to stick to that topic. Now with that comes more work, because now I have to do my homework. And when I do my homework, I have a screen over here where I'm looking at to try to keep me on track. Talk about this, talk about that, talk about this, talk about that. And it flows better than just coming up here, which is what I used to do, was just run my mouth. And, people in the chat say something and I respond to that. You can do that, but after a while that gets boring. You run out of questions from the chat. Now what do you talk about? Well, there's a lot of dead air here, and you don't want dead air because it gives people too much time to think. So Scott has really helped me focus as far as that. And I always want to give him credit wherever I can. And yes, Scott, that's another big one, people. And I've talked to a few people about it. When you're talking, say you're interviewing somebody, and you write down your questions. You don't need to read, how did you start your channel? You don't need to read that. All you need is, and that's what Scott is talking about, having a script. You don't need a script. You just put a blurb up there. Start. How to start channel. How did you start? A little blurb. So when you read that in your head, you're like, I glance over. So Jennifer, how did you and Andrew decide to start this YouTube channel? that to me, I hate it when people, you know, so Embarkation Nation, how did you start your channel? To me, what it shows is it's okay, but it shows lack of preparation.
Yes.
And if you want people to come back, you want the chat to flow. You want it to flow. You don't want it to look like, it's just being rehearsed. And it's, again, not knocking anybody, but from my point of view, that question right there, you shouldn't be reading that question off of your notes, because all it should be is you have on your notes, how did I start the channel? So, Embarkation Nation, Andrew, how did you start your channel? When did you start it? Yeah, I saw your last video. What about those lighthouses? Those were incredible. It should flow instead of like, here, as Scott says, here's a script, and I can't go off that script.
Right.
And again, I don't know how you guys feel in the chat. And again, I'm probably just talking too much again. But again, I like the conversation to flow, like you're going back and forth, and you're talking with friends, and you're just chit chatting. So tell me more about you. How long you and Andrew been together? You don't need to read that. How long have you and Andrew been together? Have you been together longer than 10 years? You don't need to read that. You need to know to stay on focus. That's my next question. But you don't need to read that. You know what you want to ask.
Right.
Most people. But again, it doesn't come overnight. It doesn't just happen. You have to get in the habit of doing that. Reading the news, the news, the Carnival Sunrise is scheduled to come out tomorrow. Okay, the Carnival Sunrise is scheduled to come out tomorrow, and it will be leaving out of Miami, whatever. Okay, you know what that is. You read it before. You know what it is. So I hear the brand new ship, the Sunrise, is coming out of Miami tomorrow. You can say that, and I think you would keep people more interested than watching you read the news. Okay, I'm back.
No. You're right. And I will say this too. It seems like and that's something Bill was talking to me because Jennifer. So that's why he looked at me and I laughed because yeah. But I will say too, when you come on a live, it's like walking into Walmart. It's like, what did I just it's like you kind of so at least for me, I get very anxious. And so just know, if you're in our chat today, and Bill was talking to me, and but there are ways to improve, and that is something too. Like, it's like you go live, and it's like every day I'm nervous when I go live, just so y'all know. That doesn't go away for me.
Every day.
I'm
nervous every day.
Do we use two screens? Most of the time, yes. Like today, I have two screens. I've got one here, and then so if you see me kind of look that way, and then I've got one, and I've got the laptop. So most of the time we do. A lot of times I will have, like Bill said, some notes, or just maybe I have like if I'm going live with Destination Fun, when she had when we were co-streaming together and she needed hours, I would throw hers up there so I could also help moderate, or vice versa. So I normally have two screens. What about you, Bill?
I have three screens. I have my laptop right here, and then two screens to the side. This side over here, I have my notes of what I want to talk about. And on this side, I have when I'm in control of the StreamYard, I broadcast out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, X. So I have all three channels up here so I can keep track of everything that's going on over here. But I try to keep it. You'll see me doing like this because I'm looking at the screen. Like right now, I'm looking at YouTube and looking at the conversation. And if I have to kick somebody out, I can't really kick them out from StreamYard. So I have to be in YouTube. So I'm a moderator for this channel. So I have it up here if I need to go block somebody, delete a comment or something like that. So it's three screens, and it's really worked out for me. And I got a great deal with this setup. So it's just easy for me to do it that way. But that's why you see me, like when you see me looking to the side, like right here, I'm looking at notes. If you see me on this side, I'm looking at the video, and because the YouTube feed is about 5 seconds behind.
Mm-hmm.
So what you guys are seeing on YouTube is 5 seconds behind. So you got a split second, you got a couple of seconds, you got to make a decision what you're going to do. Yeah, he's gone. I'm kicking him out. So you have about five seconds before it pops up. But
yes.
But again, I didn't start like that. This is like over time, because I started with just my phone, and then I wound up getting a laptop. The laptop made my life so much easier for editing videos.
Yes.
It made my life so much easier.
Yes. In the two screens, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm in the office right now. So I'm using actually my work docking station. So I have my work setup here. This is my work set. But sometimes in the kitchen table, if I'm like editing a video or something, we have about a, I don't know, like a 30 something inch TV that we have in that. Maybe it's a 42 that we have in there, and I use that sometimes as a screen, if it's just so, because I'm not, just so I can see details, because I want to be able to see the details and have all the little things up for all the sound and stuff. So I gotta, because I'm getting blind in my older age of looking at the screen all the time. So I have the screen in there, and sometimes I put it in there, and so sometimes I'll have 3 screens going depending on what we got going on.
I mean, again, it helps, especially if you're doing streaming. It really helps.
It really
And
does.
I do like to see what people are seeing on YouTube. So when I look over here, I want to see what you're seeing, because what you're seeing is not necessarily what I'm seeing up here.
Right. Yes. Hello, DM Vlog. I hope you're doing well. And also Together We Travel. Hey, Will. Hope you're doing
Welcome
well.
in.
Will, when's your next cruise? Are you going on? Are you going on the booze or none?
Knowing Will, his next cruise in a couple of weeks probably.
That's what I was thinking. We're setting up a room, and I was thinking 2 screens. I would go with 2 screens.
If you can afford it, I would go. I would definitely do 2 screens. And the bigger, again, because I use the screens also for editing videos, I have like 2 24-inch screens on this side, and then the laptop is with 15, 16, inch screen. But I do, it's a lot easier. The bigger the screen is, the lot easier it is to make precise cuts in your videos.
Yes, it does. And Andrew and I say and like, and Chloe, shh, hold on, a lot in our videos. So I need to be able to cut those up. Lisa says, can't follow scripts, just go with the flow. Oh, squirrel.
Well, I tell you, I take my hat off to people that do like the news. I was telling you about reading it or whatever, but I tip my hat to them, because I tried doing like the news. I've tried doing videos, and it is so hard for me to do it, because I catch every little mistake I make, the ums and and I digress and all that. And then I go back, reshoot it. So I'm trying to make a 5-minute video. It's taking me 5 hours to film it, because I don't like the way it came out. My desk right here, if I shake the desk, the laptop starts to shake. I got to cut that out. Trying to be perfect, which you shouldn't have to try to be perfect. So hats off to people that make videos from scratch. I'm more of being on a cruise ship, take video, let me talk about the video, and be done with it, than this starting from scratch and having I want to say a script, but having the dialogue that what you want to say. And today in the news, you have, and my hats off to them, people that do the news every day. It's a lot of work. I mean, I never want to try to dismiss how much work they put into it.
Well, and I can't stay focused long enough. I mean, Bill, you probably know I can't stay on topic. I mean, you've gotten to know me a little bit in the last couple of months, but I'm like, I have to have notes, some kind of note, and maybe just big letters like cruising across the top of it, so I can just remember what I'm talking about. But I mean, I can go into so many things, and I get so like and excited that.
Well, but again, a lot of that, my belief is a lot of that is and you're busy. You got jobs, you got family, you got husband, kids. It's the lack of preparation. Mm-hmm. So here, hey, let's talk about it'd be like coming on tonight. Let's talk about Disney. I know nothing about Disney. So for me to come up with that topic, yeah, Disney. Why? I love going down to Disney. Back when I was, 20 years ago, I used to go down to Disney all the time. Now I'm out of stuff to say. And now I'm panicking. What do I talk about? Have you seen the latest Disney movie? Have you seen the prices of? And you start to panic because I didn't do any preparation. Now, if I did my preparation and I could talk about, well, here's the latest world of what's going on at Disney. Here's the latest ride. Here's the latest news. And you have that like right there. It gives you a whole lot to talk about instead of just trying to make it up on the fly. And that's what I used to do all the time. Try to make up things on the fly. And now I'm trying to get away from that and being more focused. It changes a little bit because as people start asking questions, you're going to go off topic, but you bring it back into topic and continue on because you don't want to ignore people either.
Right. And that's if you notice our Saturday night show, that's where I kind of like, hey, we were talking about pricing, and then we get the squirreling sometimes. But that also is the fun in the show for me too, because sometimes the off topic, I may think it's a great topic, like lighthouses, and it's really just a good 2-minute conversation.
You just have to do. You just have to do more research because you just don't know about lighthouses. So you have to go do research. But if you don't do that research, it's not going to be a good conversation.
Well, and this is where too, as we've learned and grown, Andrew does the show. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's both of us. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but Andrew and I have a little bit like 2 different personalities. So I came up with the topic that day and was like, lighthouses, that should be great. He could talk about Noah. And I had these whole thoughts, got busy with work, forgot to tell Andrew, hey, you're live tonight. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I went to go get Chloe and totally didn't tell him like what my thoughts were, and so he came in and was like, lighthouses. What?
That's a tough one. If you make it a general conversation, cruises. I can come on here and talk about cruises. I've been on enough. I can talk about cruises. Lighthouses? Yikes. Yikes. That yikes. I literally was up here while we're trying to talk about it, trying to go through my pictures, trying to find like a picture of a lighthouse. I don't think I ever came up with one.
I think Clark was doing the same thing, trying to.
It was a tough conversation.
Well,
but it was different.
It was.
I feel like a lot of times, even like this conversation tonight, it's kind of rehashing a lot of things that we've talked about before. That happens, but again, I don't want to come on every day and bore people with the same conversation. You'll have people that come, you'll have friends, you'll have loyal people that come all the time, but you want to grow your channel. And to do that, you have to entertain your channel and doing the same thing every day. It's like I click on this video, I can't even tell you what day it is.
Right.
Don't change, don't change your shirt and I'm confused. So you can find that funny. See the people, you don't get the inside jokes that we get. So, but you get confused. It's like, I don't know, was that today? Was that yesterday? Was that the day before? I don't know. But when you come up with topics, hopefully people get entertained about it. And I try to put the information out there ahead of time to get, a poll out there ahead of time to get people interested. Hey, let's see what we're going to talk about today on Banter with Bill. Banter with Bill. And you come in and some people have questions, and towards the end, I'm running out of material. So it's like, yep, it's about an hour. It's about that time to get off of here. If I do a pop-up, well, I came on here just to talk. Hey, how's it going? What's going on with you, and when's your next cruise, and all that other good stuff. That's just talking.
You guys lose me a little when you only talk about YouTube. I can understand that. Definitely if you're coming on for cruise ship talk and we're talking analytics.
And that's why, again, that's why.
And I love that, Will.
Right. But that's why you don't want to start making all type of videos. Here's a cooking video. Here's a Disney video. Here's a cruise video. Those are 3 like separate audiences. And it's tough it's tough to get people that aren't into Disney to watch Disney stuff. So
Right.
that's why I try to stick to cruising on my channel. Now we're on your channel. We're kind of just talking, but again, you had a topic and we kind of got off of it. Started talking about YouTube, but I mean, we can look at the numbers. We see how many people are in here. We see when it drops.
Yep.
I mean, the statistics don't lie. So we know when we start losing people, and at what point you can go back in the video and see where people started leaving. So I'm sure that people that came in here for cruise talk and Disney talk, and now we're talking about analytics on YouTube. It's like, I don't care about analytics on YouTube. Click.
Right.
You do have to be careful about that. And thank you, for saying that, because that's how you get better.
That is. And Will, I love that you're honest with us, and you're one of our favorites.
And this is not my life, so I don't really care. just kidding, Will. And Embarkation Nation, just kidding.
Love you. Happily, everybody. How are you doing? I will say, Will G, have you been on? Speaking of cruise talk, have you been on the Horizon? Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
I don't have an Apple product.
I know. Have you been on the? Because I just, like I said, I just booked a 2026 cruise, ABC Islands. I know it's Southern Caribbean, but I know we haven't been there, and it was an 8-day on the Horizon. I haven't been on that ship. I thought it'd be fun.
I like the Panorama better. Panorama, Horizon, and Vista are the same class ship. Vista. And the Horizon, it's like they didn't keep it up. When I went on it in December. It was I like the layout of the ship, but it wasn't. They just little pieces falling off in the room. The cabinet door, just little things. They didn't really take care of it. I still had a good time.
That's how we felt about the Vista. I mean, again, cruise is a cruise. We had a good time. That was our first balcony room. We really loved it. But that's kind of how we felt about the Vista. It was like, ooh, there's a little rust spot. Like not a rust spot. Like you're walking, and it's like, ooh, that's a soft spot. Like good thing there's right there in the hall.
I forget what ship I did that on. I was like on a Lido deck, and I stepped. I'm like, whoa! I thought I was gonna fall through, and I had to go back. I'm like, is something wrong with the floor? So yeah.
It didn't make me feel, and it was towards the end of the cruise when it happened, so it didn't make me feel any better about my cruise diet. I was like, oh my. No, you are not going back for extra cheesecake tonight. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry the weather's not cooperating with you, Clock.
Oh, Clock.
And Sharon says that the HH, the Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise on the Horizon was awesome. Will laughed at us. I'm getting ready for my birthday dinner tonight. Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I'm packing for Disney. See if there's some Disney talk.
There we go.
There we go. I agree. Love the Panorama. Horizon was great a few years back. Yeah, Lisa, that's their favorite is the Panorama. I found like that Trans-Pacific cruise on the Panorama, and I was looking at it because I have a good price.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. When Jennifer and I were up here talking about YouTube, there was nothing in the chat. You guys weren't saying a word. Hi, everybody. Hi. You weren't saying a word. We get back to cruising just for a little bit. Well, I'm going to cruising on here. 7 days to the next cruise. I love the Panorama. I hated the Panorama. I mean, look at how the chat is flowing. And to get better, you have to understand that. So I don't want to go back on it because I don't want to kill the chat. But I just want to. We can see what's going on, and people in the chat can see what's going on. So we're going to talk a little bit more about cruising and different cruise ships.
Yeah. I was trying. Going on the Panorama in February.
Panorama is my third favorite Carnival cruise ship. I loved it.
Ooh, going on her in May. Only doing AB Amber Cove. See, we haven't been to Amber Cove or Grand Turk either. And we looked at that itinerary actually too, but I was like, no, I want to do the ABC and just go ahead and mark that off the list.
When I was on Horizon, I was supposed to go to ABC and Grand Turk, I believe. They changed the C to like Amber Cove, I believe. I was so upset.
Okay. Well, we're going in January, so I mean, I felt like that's pretty January 2026. I've got 3 years to two and a half to kind of
It,
plan.
it, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, but I figured at least then we don't have to worry about hurricanes as much. We live in a hurricane area, so that's always kind of a focus too. Um, the dream was looking a little rough. Yeah, we thought the same thing, Will. Like from when we went in August and then when we went in May, I was like, oh, they haven't painted her, or she was looking a little rough. She
I
needed a
mean,
little love.
a lot of these ships are getting older, and people are becoming more finicky too because you're so used to these newer ships. Uh, Grandeur of the Sea. I went on Enchantment of the Sea, and I'm like, my goodness, it still sails. And yeah, I mean, see, once I get on the ship, I'm happy. But you do realize the age of the ship
We do.
and the layout of the ship and how wide the aisles are sometimes. Like Carnival Sunrise, it really narrow aisles, like in the food area, like the buffet. It really narrow. So I went on with my grandkids, and it just was hard to get through, like with a baby stroller.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you're 100% right. We get used to these newer, bigger ships, and then we go on one and it's a little older and maybe a little smaller. It doesn't discount the ship. Now, I will say we've kind of joked with some of our friends about like the Paradise, but um, but it's still a cruise is a cruise, and but I will say the Vista is newer than the Dream. But I mean, when we were on the Vista in January, Andrew and I were quite surprised on how she needed to be dried out. She needed some cabinet updates and some
Yeah,
filter replacements. And when you're running those ships like you are, there's just it's sometimes hard to get to maintenance and then cost. We can go through that whole thing. But I just
I,
think that
kind I,
Vista class is cursed almost.
yeah, I felt the kind of the same way about the Horizon. I it needed some 10 to 11 care. It wasn't a bad ship. It got yeah, a lot of them have like propulsion issues, but I didn't have any problems like that. But it was just like, yeah, you just didn't take care of it.
Right. Yeah. They cut the cost in the maintenance area, I think.
It's something.
RC was changed to Amber Cove too. Oh, okay. So that's a possibility. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Although I've never been to Amber Cove, so I'll be okay with that. 58 days till the Carnival Dream.
Nice.
And then he says Carnival Freedom. I think he meant freedom there. Valor in 19 days. Amber Cove is amazing. We love it. See, we haven't been there. It's. I mean, if it got changed, I'd be okay with that because we've never been there.
Amber Cove. I like Amber Cove. If you just want to stay in the port area, I think it's a almost, other than it doesn't have a beach, but it has like a really nice pool, zip lines. It has like little huts over the water. I mean, it has a ton of stuff to do, and it's well laid out. I mean, you would love being in that port.
See,
It just
Andrew would be okay with that because he doesn't like the beach. He doesn't like the sand.
yeah,
Well, we live.
he's gonna love it.
Yeah. Andrew's like okay if we don't see sand and beach because he doesn't like the sand. Let's see. I'm scrolling through. We're going on the Dream for the first time in January. I know. I'm excited for you. I mean, the Dream is still a good ship. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
It's still probably my favorite as of right now. But I mean, just like Will said, I could see where she needed a little love. But that happens over time. Like I said, they're running them all the time. I still love the atrium of the Dream, though. Still one of my favorites. I love to sit there on like deck 4, like when people are getting on the after we've done the muster and eaten and all that, and just
Yeah.
kind of in that weird time where you're waiting for your room to open. I love just watching people get on the cruise ship and look at the atrium and the elevators moving up and down all the way up from like the 3rd to the 12th floor and stuff. It's seeing their face, the excitement of embarkation day.
I see June and Brady were talking about the elation really needs a lot of work. No, it needs to be retired. They need to sell that ship to Margaritaville. I mean, it's time. I mean, I think it was built in 91, maybe. It's one of the old ones.
I need to go look at my poster.
It doesn't say when it was built, but it's the last of the class. You have the Paradise and Elation are the last of the fantasy class ships. It's time. It's time. I know they're gonna try to ride out a couple more years, but it's time.
I agree.
Again, I got on the ship. I really enjoyed myself. Had a good time, but you could definitely see the age.
Yeah. Well, and that salt water's rough on them too.
It is all because that's why I think they went to the blue in front because every port you go to is you see all that salt water and all that rust coming down when it's white. It's like my goodness, what's going on with carnival ships?
I looked at the Vista and I was like, oh, I didn't know I was going on the Millennium Falcon of cruise ships. That big old hunk of rust.
Wow.
It looked rough.
Wow. How do you guys? Clark says something. He doesn't like sand either. Man, I love going to a sandy beach, not rocky, a sandy beach.
No.
And somebody said it. Sand beach. Hold on, let me find it. Sand, sun, and margaritas. Perfect day.
See, we have sand. We have sand in our yard. I think it just depends on. I would take a little bit of rock. The sand gets in everything. Gets in my glasses and my shoes and my stuff.
I do. I mean, I understand because I do guys come back and shower off well, but I really do love the
nothing like walking with a wet bathing suit and sand. Whew. No thanks. No thanks. We were on the Elation in 2013. I don't think we've been on the Elation.
I have. The Elation, matter of fact, I did a video on it. This is probably going back to 2022, early 2022. It's one of my better videos. And I thought it was trash, but people click on it, but probably because they want to see what it's like. It's 3 or 4 day cruise. More people are trying to go on 3 or 4 day cruises, so they're searching for that cruise ship.
So Will G said I think he meant the Breeze here. Looking at his later comment, I like the Breeze a lot, or I'm gonna say Breeze a lot. Wish you did. So I haven't been on the Breeze either. I was trying to get on her in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was going to be $513 for me, my mom, and Chloe to go on like a 4-day. I was like, looked at it. I know. I looked at it. I was like, how can I make that work? Dang job. The air conditioning vent fell on my ground in the middle of the night. Oh, I bet that woke you up.
Yikes.
Oh, on my friend, not ground. Oh, and then I definitely feel like that.
No, that's even worse.
That's worse. Oh, I hope your friend was okay. One. Girl, that is a different sand. She's talking about our sand. Get sand and everything. Sand in the suit is called exfoliation. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Yeah. Sugar scrub at its finest.
You pay extra for that on the ship.
Don't go to the spa and get sugar scrub. Just go get wet, roll on the beach, and just wipe it off. You're good. I'm
Too
kidding.
funny.
Don't go to Sapphire Beach in St. Thomas. It was full of stingrays and jellyfish. It scared me.
I've been so lucky. I've never been stung by a jellyfish. I've never seen one actually.
What?
So yeah, I mean, I've been lucky.
I still have like a scar on my finger here where I got stung by I don't know what kind of jellyfish it was in Honduras, but that hurt. And it like changed my skin there a little bit. It was weird.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't even want to go when how they pet the stingrays and all that. I don't even want to do that. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, oh, look at those beautiful babies.
She probably put him down to sleep for the night already,
I was gonna
knowing
ask,
her.
your granddaughter's about Chloe's age. Is she Chloe now? Like, I'm like, you're such a beautiful baby, or I say, oh, your mama's baby. She's like, I'm not a baby. I'm a big girl. I was gonna ask if your granddaughter's doing that.
No, I mean, again,
Rat.
I mean, again, she knows she's the big daughter now. I mean, she's taking care of her little brother, and she's really good taking care of him. I mean, just really like a just motherly instinct almost.
That's awesome.
It's really nice.
Now Chloe's good with her baby dolls and stuff, but I mean, we're not, you know. But I the other day I was like, Chloe, I see your mama's baby, and she's like, I'm not a baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I offended you, Chloe. But hey, Jennifer, I hope you're doing amazing. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, controversial cruising. That's not nice.
Have her booked for the 6th time in February. Yay. Oh, matching scars with you. Yeah, my mom and I both got stung. She corrects me constantly. She's not a baby. She's a baby. See? Oh, good. You made me feel. Yes, that's how Chloe is. She's not a baby.
It wasn't too long ago that that they went and changed her bed over from the crib to the big girl bed and making up the room, so it's the big girl room now.
It's a big deal. I mean, I've got Chloe's luggage in there, so she keeps asking me too when she's going on a cruise. She knows it's coming up. She's because I have her luggage and some of her dresses pulled to the side, and she was like, "Cruise?
Time to go.
Not for 70 something days, Chloe."
I see you have controversial cruising asking. He's home. If you want a third, I'm assuming he wants to come up.
You want to come up here? I'll send you the link. Bill, are you okay staying for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I'm not going to stay a whole lot longer, but I am going to stay a little bit longer.
Okay.
I always like to talk to Scott.
I do too. Let me get the link for you, Scott. Can't believe my mouse died, Bill. I'm telling you, I can't have a live where I have something normal.
You say your mouse died?
Yeah. Having to use the pad on the laptop.
Oh no. Again, I always got to remember because everything is rechargeable now. It's like who doesn't have everything's rechargeable. So I need to try, check every now and then because you can look down here and see what the percentage is, or at least on my laptop, of the charge of the mouse.
Good night, Will G. I hope you have an awesome night and an awesome weekend.
Good night, Will G.
And I enjoyed talking to you about the breeze and freedom and dream tonight.
Man, again, as I always tell everybody, I love sitting up here just talking about cruising and people's different experiences on cruise ships.
Me too. Me too. I love like I've never been on the breeze. I've seen her, and I want to go. But I love hearing like when Will G and Sharon and then talk about the breeze. I'm like, oh, I need to go on her before she goes or go on it before it leaves Galveston. I just don't like the ports it goes to. I mean, I like Cozumel, don't get me wrong, but Progresso, I could kind of take it.
Yeah. Well, that's again. Now I try to do. I like I like doing different ports. It might be a little more expensive to do it, or like the Southern Caribbean, and it might be a little more expensive, but it's different. And that's why I tell people go to the West Coast. If you go out to the West Coast, you're going to swear it's the greatest cruise you ever had. And whether it is or not, I don't know, because it might be just because you haven't been. It's new.
Mm-hmm.
So I love doing that. I mean, that's why I'm so excited about going out to New Orleans. Matter of fact, I was going to go down the day before. Now I'm thinking I'm going to go down 2 days before.
Oh, good.
I gotta buy my hotel. I gotta get prepared. I got my little notes here.
Wait.
Buy hotel, and I pay for the haunted house tour, and I gotta buy my ticket for Paradise Beach.
Wait, you leave for a cruise in like 7 days and you haven't booked the hotel yet?
A hotel is a hotel. No, I haven't booked a hotel yet. And guess what? I'm getting it for the same price that everybody else in the group got it for, $145 per night. And everybody's staying there, and it's like, oh, 6 months ago I booked that. Bruce, have you got the new prices for the hotel? So no, I don't have a hotel booked yet. Tonight or tomorrow.
Wow, that's a whole new level of procrastination there.
There's no need to it. Now, again, if it's a certain hotel you want to stay at and a certain part of the town you want to stay at, I understand it.
Right.
For me, I'm going on a cruise. Usually, I don't even care where I stay. I stay out by the airport and catch the shuttle from the airport to the cruise ship. I'm good. New Orleans, I mean, group cruise. So now we're all meeting down there, and Uncle Dave is going to be there. Excuse me. So I want to get down there and just the first day I know when I fly down there, I'm not going to do a whole lot because I'm just be tired from flying and getting situated.
So those of you in chat, when do you typically book your hotel room? Do you book it as soon as you book the cruise? A month or two out?
See,
7 days?
I like the way you did that. Get the chat involved. I like
I
that.
kind of want to know because I feel like I'm a
Yeah.
little extreme. I mean, I already have the hotel booked for next September when we go on the Utopia.
That's crazy.
I think it's crazy.
That came out. Did I say that out loud? I don't mean crazy.
I think it's crazy. You leave next week and you don't have a hotel. So
What place do you know that you can't get a hotel room at? Let me know. People, I don't know if you remember, but when talking about this is 5 months ago. Bill, there's going to be some kind of festival down there. You want to get your hotel now? And guess what? I got same price right next door to them. I mean, hey, how's it going?
Look at your friend Sherry. There's always hotels.
There's always hotels.
Booked mine 2 weeks ago.
I am a little late with this one. I just, hey, I'll do it now. But I did check. The price hasn't gone up. Rooms are available. I don't know what the rush is. And again, if I have to stay out by the airport, I just stay out by the airport.
Well, I get that too. I do think he's got a true state when my bank account allows me to.
Well, and that's important too.
True that. Within a month or two from booking. See, yes. Then send the confirmation email to Chapman. Yes. I book as soon as I book my cruise. Yes, that's me.
Really?
We book our hotel when we book our cruise. Yes. See? Okay, good. It's not just me.
Okay. What's the shortest amount of time from the time you booked the cruise until you cruised? What's the shortest amount of time? Because I booked a cruise and 3 days later I was on a cruise.
Oh, I haven't done that. Probably 5 or 6 months. We're usually
5 or 6 months.
Yeah, because I gotta work around Andrew's schedule and my
Never
work.
like a last minute deal. I mean, they're drying up now, but like a last minute deal. Hey, this weekend, let's go. Well, I know most people don't like 3-day cruises. I guess I understand that.
If I would take a 3-day cruise if Galveston had them. That's what I was looking for the other day. Because Bill, get this. I go on the Jubilee and I am 1 day shy of being platinum. I need 8 days, not 7.
Aww.
So I need a 3-day cruise just so I could be platinum on the Jubilee. And of course, there's not any. 20 days for me.
That's getting better. They used to have really good bargains.
So they're saying, I guess when they have to plan it out, don't have to leave. In Galveston, we stay at a hotel that will keep our vehicle for a week. Yep. That is definitely something we look at too. Although we've stayed at the Harbor House the last 3 or 4 times we've been there just because we really like waking up and seeing the cruise ship.
That's so expensive. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I mean, that was $300. My goodness, that was expensive.
It's not cheap. Even in like January, I think it was $200. and the parking there is like $12 a night. We we used to like stay. It was like there's the La Quinta we used to stay at all the time, and you could leave your vehicle there pretty cheap. And then there's we've stayed at, oh, I don't remember the name of the hotel. It's got, I think it's a DoubleTree. It's got a lot of orange.
It must be nice to stay around a port where you can just drive to, because every time I go, I got to fly in. I don't have to worry about cars.
Well, that's what Andrew and I were looking at. Yeah, that hotel is awesome. We like it. Um, we just turned platinum on the Venencia, turning platinum on the booze. That's so cool. Congratulations.
Welcome to the club, Scott. You get to go to your first diamond platinum party. Welcome, free drinks. Grab the cans of beer. Bring your backpack to the party. Grab your beers. Put them in your book bag and enjoy yourself.
Now both Scots are platinum.
I mean, I can't believe it. I'm 8 days, and then
8 days. 8 days until you're platinum?
yes,
Okay.
and I'm on a 7-day cruise.
And she booked a 7-day cruise.
Well, that's why Uncle Brady took his last cruise with me to get to platinum. And he had exactly as many days on the cruise to get to platinum. So he was platinum on the Venezia. It was just
I mean, I'm just trying to tell myself that being platinum's really not worth it to go spend $500.
Oh,
I'm a little bitter.
it's worth it.
not to change the subject real quick. Is Uncle Dave still in here? Uncle Dave? Anybody familiar with the area in New Orleans? Scott, are you familiar?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Holiday Inn West Bank. How far is that from like the port?
Holiday.
Oh no, scratch that. How far is that from Bourbon Street?
Holiday Inn West Bank. Like,
Don't ask me anything about it. That's the name of it. So I know nothing about it.
Uber ride?
10 minutes. Okay.
10 minutes or less? Because you're saying that's down towards the quarter, right? Correct? That's towards
Don't know.
It's down there towards the quarter. It's a little past it. Yeah. So like 10 minutes. I wouldn't walk it, but 10 minutes.
Okay.
Walking is unless you're walking on Bourbon Street, obviously you want to walk on Bourbon Street or Canal or any of those, but any of the other ones, it's such a grid that it's just so much easier to get driven there because you'll be there like that, rather than trying to have to find out where you are on the grid.
Yeah. Well, this is like the hotel that Bruce got group rates at. So I think a lot of people are staying there. So that's what I'm booking.
Yeah. Less than a 10-minute Uber ride. I
Okay.
think I've stayed. So I usually stay in the Drury Inn. This time I'm actually staying in a hotel where I've never stayed before, the Blake Hotel, but all in that same vicinity right out of Jackson Square.
Okay.
Super easy. It's one of the
Sweet.
areas.
Bill's like, I like it.
Hey, that's a hotel. I don't care where it's at, to be honest. But I just wonder, do I have to worry about getting Ubers and all this other good stuff?
Yeah. Unless they brought those scooters down there, you can ride a bird, and we can get a video of Bill riding a bird down to Bourbon Street.
Yes.
I'm gonna be on top of one of the hotels and throwing out beads.
Oh, okay.
Show your
Birds. Bananas.
See, you don't want to see Drunk Bill. Drunk Bill, he's a party maker. I mean, if Drunk Bill is there, it's gonna be a party.
I really do.
No, I kind of do though. I really do. I'm with you, Jen. I really kind of do.
No, you don't. Well, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
I wanna
fun.
see Cruise Bill, and I want to see Vegas Bill. Welcome back
Vegas,
for the fun anytime. No.
Cruiseville is actually kind of laid back. Bourbon Street Bill, you'll probably see more like the Vegas Bill.
Okay. Nice.
Well, it's just you walk, you stop, you drink, You walk, you stop, you drink. You walk, you stop, you drink. I mean, you only do that so much. And then you get some friends together. Okay, it's time to do shots. Let's do shots. Shots. And next thing you know, you're 15 drinks in.
Your drink package, basically, your bourbon drink package. Make sure you go to patios, though. Patios for that.
Patios, hurricanes.
Chloe was so excited about your Bourbon Street experience. She ran down the hall screaming.
I heard that.
She was like, let's go.
Time to go.
That's so funny.
Let's go and do this. What I love is seeing like the beads that are still stuck on the like wires and stuff.
People watching in New Orleans too is so good because it's so diverse. There's so much going on that you look one way, something's going on. You look in front of you, something's going on. You look to the right of you, something's going on. It's behind you, something's going on. It's crazy.
And then there's like random parades and yeah.
Every night, a parade. Every night.
I think it would be fun. I want to see
it's the weekend. I'm going down there Friday night and Saturday night. Oh boy, I may not make the cruise. Where's Bill at? Did you check with New Orleans Police Department?
Right.
He's still on Bourbon Street.
My goodness.
I heard he was trying to get some Mardi Gras beads.
I'm gonna have those. I'm passing those out. Hey, you get some beads, and you get some beads, and you get some. Oh,
show me your anchors. Oh,
wow.
Because a lot of the bars too, they have double levels, so you go up and you can go outside, and it just gets wild. It's crazy. It's such a fun time. I love New Orleans. That's why it's my favorite port, because like we talked about on our show, Bill, it's another experience plus a cruise.
Exactly. See, and again, I know a lot of people don't like South Beach anymore, but again, I go to South Beach, South Plaza Hotel, not the best hotel, but a reasonable price. $75 to $100 a night, probably on a weekend. If it's Friday night, Saturday night, maybe a little bit more. You're like 2 blocks off Ocean Drive, so I'm down there on Ocean Drive. Now you drink down there, you still do have to walk 2 blocks back. They're short blocks, but I go down there and the night before, and I'm having the time of my life. The problem is, you don't go to bed to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you got to get up and go, because I want to be at 10 o'clock. I want to be there at the cruise port. Right. So it's like, man, I don't feel really good. So I go on, I get something to eat on the cruise ship. 1:30, I go lay down in the room, and next thing you know, it's Cellaway party. So, anywho,
110%. So it's like a pace yourself on bourbon, but sometimes it's hard. When the party starts going on bourbon,
some people can't handle Bourbon Street.
I know
it's not for everybody.
It's not. We went. Scott, when we went on the Halloween cruise and off the Dream out of New Orleans, we had such a good time on Bourbon Street. My brother partied a little hard because he went Vegas style. So did Andrew. So trying to get Andrew up at like 7 a.m, like, hey, buddy, we gotta
go.
Because I knew I couldn't wait till 9 to get him up. Like, it was not happening. Mm-hmm. And oh boy. Him and my brother were not. They lived it up in in Bourbon Street.
Oh, so did I. I don't even remember what I did. Same thing.
We were going to get beignets. Yeah, that didn't happen. It was just like, let's just get to the cruise port.
Right.
And please don't hit too many bumps.
We'll eat something when we get there. We'll think about that then.
I do. I don't eat breakfast. The morning of a cruise, I never eat breakfast. I might get a coffee or something like that. I never eat breakfast. Oh, I'm about to be eating, whatever's on the cruise ship by 11:30, 12 o'clock. What I need, I'm not paying for breakfast. If it's a continental breakfast, I'll grab a Danish or something like that. But nope, I'm getting my money's worth on the cruise ship.
Well, make sure you're hungry the night before, because New Orleans, you don't want to miss that food. Mm-mm.
We stayed at Best Western, where they have like the full breakfast, and so I had Andrew get up and go eat. But yeah, it was included in the room though. It was that one kind of behind Bourbon Street. I don't know. It's like right in that area, a couple blocks over.
That's why I like the Drury too, because Drury, they always had breakfast. Their rooms were always clean. Mm-hmm. There was always availability. It was super easy to get to from Bourbon Street, maybe 5-minute Uber, not even. Sometimes I would even walk it.
And I have to go check out Harris while I'm there too. You know,
Oh yeah, Harris is.
no?
Save the money for the cruise ship.
Yeah. It's just like any
It's
other
a,
casino.
Do you
it's
see
a
what
casino. It's a casino.
enough that paid for our cruise when we went out of New Orleans? You gotta,
Really?
you gotta, prime the
Hey,
slots.
you gotta it.
Okay.
You
I
never
want to
know.
go out of New Orleans.
You hit it. You maybe win $33,000 or something on a quarter. You know.
Fremont Street scared you. I remember you living it up pretty good. Now I might have scared Chloe. I did not.
Fremont Street is not for everybody. It's not for the weak of heart.
Yeah.
But neither is Bourbon Street. At nighttime, Bourbon Street is not for the weak.
Anyway,
You
I wouldn't
got
go down any alleys.
yeah, it's not for the weak, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, we saw
It's a
so
lot
much.
of fun.
I just love the food. I can't wait to go and eat po' boys and the gumbo. I know you don't like seafood really, Bill, but the gumbo and man, it's
Oh, like with crawfish in it.
Creole. It's so good. I can't wait. The
So
spice.
good.
I'm getting excited talking about
You're missing out.
it. Mm-hmm.
See,
Catfish.
of course, go to Harris. Spoken like a true gambler.
Right. I've seen it. I just never walked down there or went down that way.
What? Oh, you gotta go see which slot machine talks to you, Bill. Hello.
Nope. I save most of my time. I save my money for gambling on a cruise ship. Now I do a little sports betting on an app. You know how you do on your phone. You go do sports betting. So other than that, nope. I don't want a free hotel room in Vegas. I don't want a free hotel room here in Detroit. I don't want free drinks. Because I don't drink when I gamble, first of all. But on a cruise ship, here's $100 cruise. Here's a free cruise. Even though they're tightening up on it, and if they tighten it up, maybe that would change my opinion of it.
I can see
The
that.
slot machine doesn't have fireballs. I don't want it, right, Uncle Brady? He will confirm that. Olivera Street. Right? Am I right on that? Is that right?
See, I think you win more at Harris than you do on the cruise. I think you're right, Sharon. I have to agree with you. You gotta pregame on the gambling.
Fireballs.
I'd say that Alaska cruise had to be the absolute best one I've ever been on.
Same.
I'm excited for. I am excited for Alaska cruise. We go to Vegas. We stay on Fremont Street. Love it. See, we do too. We stay all over.
Yeah, I do. I like.
Las Vegas.
I like staying downtown.
I do too.
Not as fancy as the Strip, whatever. But again, I think the odds of gambling are better. It's not as expensive. I like downtown. You know, it's getting a little too crowded, actually.
I've stayed at the Plaza a few times. I've stayed at Fremont a couple of times. I think I've stayed at Four Queens. But nothing like getting up and going to Dunkin' Donuts on Fremont Street after living it up on Fremont Street all night, to 3 a.m, and then standing in that Dunkin' Donuts line and then being like, you know what, I'll just set the slot machine and kind of sober up a little bit and then get my coffee. I mean, I'm sorry. That was just my experience. You had me laughing out loud, Jennifer. I'm telling you.
I've only been to Vegas once for a wedding, and I didn't go to the Strip. It was actually not Vegas. It was Henderson, I think.
Yeah, a little outside Vegas. That's just a normal city. I mean, the only thing in Vegas, even if you get away from Vegas, walking into grocery stores and gas stations and having slot machines going off, it's just, you got to get used to that. I mean, I guess the people that live there, they don't hear it, but it's like, dude, I'm in line at the grocery store and everybody's lined up playing slots.
See, I couldn't live there. I'd be like, so I went to get groceries, Andrew, and Huff and Puff called my name.
Wow. Wow. So instead of going to Kroger's, we wound up going to Aldi.
Right. So I had to go to Dollar Tree. Here's some tuna and some Starry.
Wow.
Come on, Cruz, and see. It'll be a party.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime.
Meet me on Olivera Street.
I mean, when I lived out, when Windstar was only about an hour and a half away, and it was like, okay, if I leave by 4 o'clock on, nope, got traffic in Fort Worth. Okay, if I leave at 7 o'clock from Arlington, I can get to Windstar by 9:30. Okay, the slots stop hitting at 1.
Wow.
I can do this. We can do this.
Like, we got this. And then I'd get there and Sherman's got construction. I'm like, what is this? This was not my plan. Anyways, cruising scene will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, I couldn't be there. I mean, Windstar, an hour and a half away, was a little too close. There's a reason they sent me free cruises.
There's a reason. No such thing as a free cruise.
Had a McDonald's sausage biscuit and rum and Coke. See, that's the best.
Yes.
Yes, Angie. Yes.
Go get Dunkin' Donuts and then, sit there at the slot and be like, can we just have a shot of Bailey's and make this Irish? Thanks.
Put it in here.
See, Bill, you got me. We went from YouTube talk to cruising to gambling. It always goes back to gambling.
Somehow, some way. At least we're talking about like a lot of it gambling on a cruise ship. We kind of tied in together a little bit. Yeah, you threw a little Vegas in there.
Vegas and Bourbon Street. We hit the highs.
No. You were probably lost, Uncle Brady. No, he found another.
Wow.
True, they stopped hitting at 1 a.m. I'm telling you, Windstar, I have that pattern down. And they start hitting again about 5 a.m. and stop at 7 a.m. Just if you're staying the night at the hotel there, just so you know.
That's funny. People think like that. And again, I'm not really superstitious, but I was at the Rio in Vegas, and I won a big jackpot. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and sure enough, I said, "Well, you know what? I'm going back down there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning." And the next day, I hit a jackpot again. I'm like, "There's something to this."
It is.
Next time I came to Vegas, they had moved the machines around. So they had moved from that slot machine being from right there. They moved it around, and I don't think I ever found it again. Because when they give you a hand pay, they give you a number. They give you a slip of paper. It tells you how much you won, and it tells you the number of the slot machine. So I'm looking for the number of the slot machine. It's like, I want this slot machine. They're trying to be slick.
They'll,
Sign it
Sherry,
up.
I bring a beach towel just for the room, but they have them. They have the nice blue ones with like a Carnival logo on them.
Yeah, and you can
They
sign it
have-
up and give it back.
Yeah, they'll
so-
provide
Yeah.
you one.
They give. There's a couple of them in the room. They give you like 2 blue ones. If you want a little nicer, they have. I think they're yellow a lot of times around the pool area. They'll have towels that you can use those also.
Yeah.
The ones around the pool, you have to show your ID and then just make sure you return them. You have to make sure you return the ones in the room too. But I think the ones around the pool have less wear, shall we say?
Yes.
And nobody would know you took the one out of your room as long as you brought it back, which you will. So.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, I think they want you to use it, but and then if you do lose it, just somebody will leave a towel laying up on a chair up and by the pool, you can just take that. Just kidding.
No, it's
Just
good.
don't put it on your luggage. They will charge you.
Yeah, they'll charge you.
It's not worth what
Well,
you're
they know
gonna
that.
pay.
Some people know that. Some people take them for that reason because they're like, oh, like I've been waiting to get my Carnival towels, and they're only like, I think they charge you like, I don't know, $30 a towel, which is crazy, but I mean,
And
if
just
you want
so
it, you want it.
you know what? You could. There's a whole store. You can order the pillows and the comforters and the sheets and everything Carnival has. You can just go ahead and make your bedroom like a Carnival cruise ship.
I would just work on a cruise ship that couldn't do that. I'd rather do that than make my
If I
home.
didn't gamble, I couldn't cruise. Yes.
No Disney for you.
Use the one in the room. No, he's not on the booze cruise.
Not this
Wah,
one.
wah, wah, wah.
Next one, maybe. Actually, next one, I think so. Next one, 100%.
And Sherry leaves Sunday.
I'm on.
I thought she leaves tomorrow. She doesn't leave tomorrow?
She leaves to head to where she's going tomorrow, but she gets on
Oh,
the
the cruise
ship
doesn't
on.
leave out the I got you. For some reason, I thought she was going in the day of. She was driving going in the day of. That's good.
Yeah. No. Chloe would love a carnival bedroom. No.
With the towel animals?
All of them.
So I will admit to this. So we were in the dining on the Dream in May, and Chloe likes to collect the little ducks. And one of the crew members took those blue napkin towels and made a duck towel animal for her out of one of those napkins. I did keep that. It's still actually
That's cool.
It was cool.
When you say you kept it to the end of the cruise and gave it back, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up with one of the this was actually an accident. One of the red rags from the guy burgers. I'm gonna return that to the Jubilee. I didn't want that.
Sure.
Those aren't even Carnival branded. Those are just like bulk from AutoZone or something.
I had one of the little hand towels from the room.
Yeah.
I took it off the island. I had it in my backpack, and for like, sweat or wiping off sand from the beach. And I forgot I had it in there. I wound up bringing it home.
I think that's how I ended up with the guy burgers one. So I think we took it for the same reason, for when we were going to Half Moon. Oh, you actually took a big one. I mean, we have like the little red shop towel that good for cleaning.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't like the fullest.
Bulk from AutoZone. It's like the mechanic towel that they just. I don't know. It's like, why is that in that?
Well, I was cleaning out my backpack and it was in there. I'm like, oh boy, I should take it back. Nah, it's fine now.
Oh, the little blue towel at the duck. I mean, we still have him. I thought he was cool. He made it for Chloe, but Bill, we were originally going the day of, but didn't want to risk. You don't want to risk your cruise.
Well, and again, I should have known that because we've been talking about hotels. I just wasn't putting it together. But I thought that was the whole idea, was just driving down there. And again, it's 3 hours. I probably would risk that because worst case scenario, hey, I need an Uber. It's gonna be a couple $100, but I need an Uber to Miami. Or in this case, go up to Brightline in Orlando, because my friend Scott here has such a lovely video on that.
Brightline's awesome. Love Brightline.
See, I need to watch it closer. I've watched it, but I need to go watch it again closer because we're not taking it from Orlando. We're taking it from Fort Lauderdale to Miami.
Yeah, we did Fort Lauderdale to West Palm.
Yeah. I did. I was looking at the ferry rides, the Bimini from Fort Lauderdale, though. I was trying to figure out how I could sneak that on there.
Or you could just get on Margaritaville at the sea and get off at Freeport.
Yeah, but we get off the ship on Sunday, but our flight's on Monday.
Oh,
4.5 hours to Miami, 3.5 to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, sure, breaks.
Yeah, I think I would go. I mean, we're about 3.5 hours from Galveston. We go the night before, just in case.
Well, that way you can relax. I mean, if whoever's driving like 3.5 hours, I mean, it won't ruin your day, but you won't be you won't be well rested.
Right. Well, and I don't sleep well cruise day anyways. I'm like, it's embarkation day, and I get all excited, and I'm dancing around the room at 4:30 in the morning, and Andrew's throwing pillows at me. Like, turn off the light. I'm like, no, it's cruise day. It's cruise day. Now try to get me up Monday through Friday before like
totally different. I am not a morning person, but every time I go on a cruise, I get the first flight out 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. I'm on it. So I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like wide awake, and that is so not me.
I'm ready. Oh, that's me. There's like a meme. Have you seen it? It was like Bart Simpson with all of his luggage and stuff, and it's like me on that's me.
That's me. I'm always up early, so it don't matter.
It's like, okay, so I need to be clocked in at work by 8 or 9, depending on, and I'm like, okay, it's 8:55. Travel day. I'm like, good morning. It's 4:30 in the morning. I know, but it's embarkation day.
That's funny. But I love cruise days.
What do you mean you wanted to sleep on vacation? No, let's get up and go watch the ship come in.
There's no sleeping on vacation.
I want to see the people getting off the ship and know that I'm the next one on it.
I'm the first one on it.
Right? Well, no, because I'm not platinum or diamond.
So,
I'm not those diamond people. You know how they are.
it's really like an hour difference, to be honest.
It's fine. Although I'm a little. Oh,
one day you'll become diamond. Just so you know.
One day is what.
One day you'll be like me, young Padawans.
Right.
We should ask John Heald if he can. He knows he should ask the Beards if you can get a free.
I'm so sick of you people that aren't diamond or platinum trying to go to your room before 1:30. No, that's a privilege that we earn by going on all these cruises. The platinum and diamond people to go drop off our bags, not staying there for a while, but to go drop off our bags. It's not made for everybody. Okay, I'm back. Hold on to your luggage. You don't want to pay the $5 or whatever, to the porter to check your luggage. That's your fault. You walk around with your luggage till 1:30.
So are you going to be a first-time person on the MSC with us on World America?
I have status match on MSC. Thank you very much.
You do.
Oh, nice try. You didn't get me on that one, huh?
I was going to say, what about NCL Royal?
Royal. I've been on one, NCL 1. So, but again, the only thing I bring on is my backpack. So it stays with me anyway. Would I like to drop it off the room? Yeah. But again, it just stays with me.
You don't move in? You don't bring like your 7 luggages plus the luggage for your room plus the wine plus the sodas plus all your day activities?
I try not to.
Day activity.
I try not to. I don't know. Again, because see, I'm so upset. I'm so glad I'm meeting. I'm meeting all these new people on the booze cruise. But I'm so upset because now it's like I gotta have outfits for every day. I'm used to like having the same stuff. Okay, I get free laundry. So hey, here's blue jeans, wash them, and I wear them again. But now it's like, oh, I gotta have another shirt for this day. I can't be caught in that shirt because they filmed me in that shirt yesterday. I don't want to have the same shirt on today. So it's like now I went out. I bought. It's crazy. I've bought 3 pair of new gym shoes, not gym shoes. 1 pair of new. Don't talk about my New Balance either. I bought a pair of gym shoes. I bought a pair of Rockport shoes. I bought my Rockports. I bought.
Those are nice.
Some Dockers. Yes, you know how much money I'm spending on clothes. I'm going broke. New pants, new shorts. I got a
wardrobe.
Baseball cap. So I can, represent the D. Anyway, this cruise is costing me an arm and a leg. All because I'm coming on with people that I know from YouTube, and I don't want them talking about me. They're like, "Hey, isn't that the same shirt you wore in the video that you did last year,
well,
and this year?" And
to be fair, I don't think it's your shirt that we've ever commented on. And
but again,
spill your dinner on it.
But listen, let me tell you, when you talk about other people, you kind of project that back to you. So it's like if I talk about somebody, oh, that's a funny color shirt. Well, now I'm conscious. If I put a shirt on about that color, I'm real conscious of it. So when you do that, when you talk about other people, it's like a thief. When somebody's like, "Hey, be careful! Somebody gonna steal that." Oh, we steal that. Oh, somebody gonna steal that. They either been robbed or they're a thief. Because most people don't think like that. I mean, again, I leave my my laptop. I'm going to the restroom. I leave my laptop up here. Are you sure you want to do that? But people are like, where are they going? I mean, it's a laptop. But again, if you're a thief or if you've been robbed, you get nervous. But the average person doesn't even think about it. Well, so, anywho, I talk about people because yes, people, I do talk about people. And if you're on a cruise and you get drunk, I will talk about you. I may not make you famous to put you on YouTube, but I will talk about you from now till the end of time.
Ooh, I may have to, be real careful when I go on a cruise. I was excited to see Drunk Bill. Now I'm nervous.
Hey, you might
see Drunk Bill. Knowing everybody has cameras, you may not really see Drunk Bill because I talk about people. Well, now I got to be careful what I'm drinking.
Night, Sharon. I enjoyed you being here tonight. Hey, you're welcome to come up and talk gambling anytime you want. We packed 15 days worth of clothes, but only wore 5 days worth because Brady loved laundry. Yep.
Yeah. Again, see that's me, but because of YouTube, I want to make sure that when I videotape myself in each port, I have something different on, and I want to be. Oh, here's my day in Cozumel. Well, here's my day at Montego Bay. Didn't you have the same thing on? Am I watching the same video? What's wrong? He can't afford clothes?
It's so funny. So today, when I was going through to do the intro of pictures, I was looking through, and there's this one particular shirt apparently I really like. Because I was like, yes. I wore that on the Freedom, and I wore that again on the Dream. It was like, but it was like the pictures I really liked of me and Andrew. So it was going to be like, here's Jennifer in the same light blue shirt. 7 times.
I do it all the time.
They were different cruises, but you wouldn't have known that.
Until I started vlogging, I never thought anything about it. It was my favorite shirt. Eat, sleep, beach, and repeat, or whatever. It's red shirt. Matter of fact, it's a red shirt that if you ever see the drone shot of me, that's the shirt. I can't even wear it anymore. That's my favorite shirt. I can't wear it anymore because I wore it on every cruise. Every video I ever had that shirt in it.
It's in the intro to our Wednesday show.
I know, right? So now I can't wear that shirt. And it's my favorite shirt. I always got compliments. Everybody loves that shirt. Oh, that's a nice shirt. I like that shirt. And now I can't wear it.
Why don't you just take it and wear it on like Friday? Like, like day 6 of the cruise.
Because I'm going to be filming, and when I film myself, I'm gonna have that shirt on, and it's gonna be here he is with that shirt again. And because I talk about people, I think people are going to talk about me, so I got to switch it up.
It could be a
trademark. I'm not gonna lie, I ordered new stuff for Jubilee thinking the same thing.
It is. I'm mad at myself because it's costing me money.
I wore my favorite shirt every 3 days. Yeah. So I've got my favorites. Trust me. I look through our family photos and I'm like, man, I really like you can tell the ones I really like.
And then I got to come on here on the video, and I'm diamond and I get free laundry. So this shirt has been washed. I got to explain it to people.
You gotta explain.
Bill, you need a video of the clothes you're sending out to laundry.
I really feel like I need to. I feel like I have to give an explanation. And I never had that problem before I started vlogging. I didn't have that problem. I wore whatever I wanted to wear, and I didn't care. I'm never going to see them again. So I wear the same shirt. Didn't you wear that shirt? Yes. The outfit I wear on the cruise ship, because of the temperature change, I don't know. But usually it's like the outfit I wear on the cruise ship is the outfit I wear when I leave the cruise ship. So I wear it on the cruise ship, blue jeans, pair of shoes, and a hoodie usually, if it's cool up here in Michigan. I send it all to get washed. So when I leave, I have the same outfit on. I do YouTube now. So now I'm vlogging it, and every day, is that the only hoodie he has? I got a black hoodie now with Warmstrong Adventures, and it's like, man, that's been on about 5 cruises. It might be time to buy a new one. So now I went to Crafty Leo and bought new shirts which kind of look like my old shirts, but they're new. And I got a tumbler. This used to be one of my mugs, but it used to have like Warm Strong Adventures, but it was done with tape. So the tape started messing up, and then my granddaughter went on to the beach. She didn't have thanks parents. She didn't have a pail and a shovel and stuff. Here, use this. I'm sorry for the person that made it. This is what happened. I didn't mean to destroy the cup. But anyway, she used the cup to scoop some sand and water and having so much fun. But now it's just a regular cup that I cleaned out well, people. I cleaned it out really well. And now I use it like for coffee in the morning. And so I'm sorry.
Shein, I love it. They do. Shein, we buy a lot of Chloe, like Pat Shein. That's where I buy a lot of Chloe's outfits because they're good price. And I get a lot of Andrew's stuff there too. I like to pick out Andrew's clothes. Bill didn't even laugh.
Oh no! Somebody sent me a message, and I'm done with my rant, but I had to check the message. It's like, that sounded kind of like life and death.
We got all that rant and not one digress. Oh yeah.
Well, you know why? Because you started pointing it out. Because I told you guys, I talked about you and Brady. I talked about Destination Fun and hey, you guys. So now I'm self-conscious about saying I digress, and I avoid saying it now because of you. Well, it's because of me, but it's because of you, because you bring it up now.
Andrew said it the other day in the live too. In the
trivia. He did, being funny. That didn't help my.
One.
I dig it.
At least one. Oh my god.
But I digress.
I need a cool saying like that.
Yeah. Oh.
You hear the howling in the.
Oh, I thought
I
that was.
did.
That would be my kid.
Oh.
She's howling at Andrew.
She's howling.
Bill, I was just gonna say I wouldn't notice if you're wearing the same shirt or not unless it looked like you rolled in some flour.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Barbecue sauce.
But because I do that, I'm very conscious. This shirt, it's like, my goodness, you wore this a few times. Are people starting to take notice of it?
No, I like that shirt.
Yeah, but again, I can't wear it every day. Again, it's just.
Are you bringing the pumpkin shirt on? The booth?
I am. I want to wear that, but I can't wear that because now if I wore it before, if I wear it now, and then I wear it on a cruise ship, it's like, well, does he have any other shirt? So yes, I'm gonna break it out on the cruise ship because again, it's been a while.
Okay, put in the chat if you notice. I think Will G said, I don't even notice your clothes. One time we're putting a lot of thought into this. Put in the chat if you notice if we wear certain shirts or stuff. Like, because I also pay attention to, like, I have to go and look at what I wore the last live, or if I had the same color on and stuff. I look at that. So okay.
See?
I know that sort of stuff.
And somebody said something about Shein. I bought some shirts from Shein. I didn't like them. Again, I'm cheap, but it was like polyester, and it just didn't feel comfortable on my skin. Now, I'm not real picky, but I like more like a cotton shirt. It just feels better. But no, I did. Last time I went and bought Shein, the little shirt with the palm trees or whatever, and the musical notes. Yeah, they were from Shein because you know why? Because people were like looking at all my t-shirts, and I was wearing the same t-shirts all the time.
Well, if they're nice t-shirts, I don't know.
They're nice.
I don't know. I wear the same stuff all the time. So
vlog, you can't do that. You would laugh at somebody who's making videos and all they wore was the same outfit all the time. And all it takes is one person to notice it and put it in the chat.
I had to hide the snap shirt from Andrew.
Yeah, that's
He loves that shirt.
Again, it's a nice shirt, but you just can't wear it all the time because people notice it. And that's the way I feel about my shirts.
I notice if I like or don't like it. That's it, Bill. I like that shirt.
See?
Well,
I don't think people remember it.
They do. And again, even on my videos, there's a certain pair of Dockers I like to wear when I fly. They're like a tan pair of Dockers with gym shoes, my black hoodie. I've noticed that like in 3 or 4 videos, it's like you got to do something different. You got to. But I'm a creature of habit, and it's comfortable. I got my little pocket here. It's real comfortable. But again, I'm filming. Was that from 2021 or was that from 2023? My goodness. I have a hoodie that there's a picture of me having the sample martini thing, and I have a hoodie on, a gray hoodie on.
Yep.
From when I went to London to see the Lions play Kansas City. And I love that hoodie. But again, it stands out. So now I don't wear that hoodie anymore because I've wore it so many times in so many different pictures. Only thing now that changes now is I have a beard now. I have a long beard. So now things look different because I have it's a different me. But before I had no beard. Every picture looked the same. You couldn't tell what ship it was on. You couldn't tell what year it was.
I know exactly the picture you're talking about because I've used it in covers. It's the one where you're pointing to the flight. That hoodie. I know exactly.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. That made me feel better too. So you did notice it. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that same hoodie, Scott.
But it's a nice hoodie.
It's upstairs now. I don't even.
50 times on a live stream, not 50, but
still. Yeah, a jacket, not a hoodie, not a shirt. See, a jacket, yes. People don't have like 50 million jackets. That's why I bought new clothes, because I'm gonna be on a cruise ship with all these vloggers, and I don't know what they notice, and if I notice it, they might notice it. So now I got to come out here. Dapper Bill. Here's that. Oh yes, look at the shoes. He knows how to dress. No, I don't. I just bought this for you guys. If I could return it, I would.
So, guys, girls, when you're watching Armstrong Adventures' booze cruise and his MSC videos and Jubilee,
don't stop.
Please compliment how awesome his shirts look.
No, not everybody's gonna be looking. It's like, oh, I did watch that video, and it's not. I just made and now even if they don't pay attention, I'm gonna pay attention. So now when I go in November, guess what? I gotta buy some new shirts. Pants you really don't notice, but the shirts you notice.
Are you gonna get the Nautica with the white and red?
See, you noticed that, didn't you? You noticed that? That was just a live.
Well,
I literally, when I was buying shirts, I saw a Nautica shirt. I'm like, oh, that's a nice shirt. Nope, can't wear Nautica anymore.
Yes, you can. Nautica's.
Nope, I can't.
A lot of Chloe's anchor clothes are Nautica because they make great anchor clothes. They do.
See?
Cruising.
Brady and June. Now for sure they're gonna, of course, because again I brought it up, and it's my fault.
I'm dying. I'm just saying. You know what, Bill? For Christmas, I'm just going to send you a Nautica gift card and say, "Go get your polos."
Isn't that sweet? I don't turn out free clothes now. Don't get me wrong. But if I have to pick it out, and I'm a creature of habit. I like solid shirts. I think black, blue. I mean, there's certain. But again, now I'm trying to get different color shirts. This is an old shirt, but this was one of my cruising shirts, so it was just something different. But I would prefer to be solid black.
If you walk out here like lime green every day, yeah, they're gonna notice. But black and blue, I mean,
nobody knows. You go under the radar. Nobody knows. That's why I wear it under the radar. Nobody knows. But now I got red shirts. I got orange shirts. I got pumpkin shirts.
Ooh, pumpkin.
I bought a pineapple shirt. to be part of the group. Pineapple. Where is it at? It's around here someplace. I think I packed it already.
Have you worn it on Flash?
Heck, no. No, I'm sorry. No. You'll see. Whatever day they decide that everybody's gonna wear those pineapple shirts, you'll see me in that shirt.
Yes.
Yes, and I need group pictures.
And then you can't wear it again because we'll have seen you in it.
Oh,
well, again, that particular shirt I might not want to wear again.
You might want to wear.
Who knows?
It's so fun.
You'll be surprised.
Well,
Be
now I've
surprised
got
if
to pay
people
attention
notice.
to what I pack because I'm a creature of. I think everybody probably in chat is the same way. You've got your favorite clothes that, or you buy something new and it's your cruise wear that you're like, well, I don't.
But again, if you weren't vlogging, it wouldn't make it. It wouldn't. Nobody would know. Just people on the cruise ship. But when you're vlogging, everybody in our community, it's like I have a purple shirt. I like Prince. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. How many times can I wear that? I wore it at the waterfall in Hawaii. I wore it on the cruise ship going by the pool. I wore it at the beach in Cozumel. I wore it. My goodness, sir, do you have any other shirt? And it's like purple with words on it. How many people won't notice that? You're in Hawaii. Here's a shirt. Here's a shot of you with the shirt on. You've seen that video. You've seen that picture, haven't you, Scott?
No, maybe.
Yeah, you probably used it. So now, not only in my videos, now our thumbnails for Wednesdays, now they're being flashed around. So I can't win.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I have to. Scott, do you notice? Let me just ask: do y'all, outside of the snap shirt, what shirts does Andrew wear? See, y'all don't notice.
Boston shirts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The little flowery shirt. Yeah.
But I only know these shirts because when I was looking for pictures, and same thing for Andrew and yourself, when I was looking for pictures for our covers and I had to social media stalk you guys, I was going through all the pictures. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a cool shirt. Oh, that's a cool port. But like looking at, and seeing which ones we could use, but that's the only reason why I know.
That's funny. He begged me for new pictures. Begged me. Nope. So then every week they come up with the same pictures, same hoodie, same shirt, same pose. And it's like, bro, you got to do something. You got to send them some kind of picture. So one day I wound up taking a few pictures, but it was only like 2 different T-shirts. Now they're getting old, so I need to. I got to update the pictures.
Well, okay, so Bill, every morning when you get up on the cruise ship with your new shirts, just go ahead and do some poses.
See, I never thought about that, but yes, now that's what I have to do.
I love it. I'm always taking cover photos. I take cover photos just to look through them and laugh at myself. I mean, it's fun. I mean, you have a ring light. I got a ring light. You put your phone up there, and then you grab something, and you look just like.
Well, that's a whole new level.
How do you know I have a ring light?
Well, no, I'm saying for me when I do my ring light's right.
No, I know you said that, but you said you have a ring light and I have a ring light. How do you know I have a ring light?
I can see your glasses.
I'm just picking with Scott.
I'm like, we don't.
Yeah, I'm sensitive about that too because I want to get the lighting just right. I was watching Nick Neiman, and he was talking about lighting, and man, he had glasses on, and you couldn't see the lighting. He had a green tint over his glasses, over his eyes, but it was like, man, you can't see anything. And I want to do that. Oh, my Lions jersey. Now that's something I will wear over and over again.
Yeah.
Sunday. The Lions don't play on Sunday. They play Monday night. So yeah, you'll see me in the bar with my Lions jersey on.
I mean, I guess I think about it too, but I don't not wear shirts. I guess I think about like, oh, okay, how did I wear this in the last live? And I want to wear a different shirt. But I mean, in 3 weeks, I don't care whether people think I got a lot of clothes or not. I'm gonna wear it again.
Well, again, in 3 weeks in a live, it's kind of over and done with. Your videos last forever. The lives, most people don't watch the lives like they do like videos.
Right.
But if every time I'm at the beach and I got this one purple shirt on because he likes it, it just stands out to me. And again, I'm guilty because I talk about other people like that. It's like, is that the same shirt? It is.
Wow.
Okay, like a purple shirt like that would stand out, I guess, if you wore it every single time.
Or the red shirt.
But You know,
And
not
I
that
like
big.
them. They're real baggy. They're perfect for the beach. Real baggy, and I mean, I like them. And anyway, I was gonna say I digress, but I'm not.
We only got one.
Y'all are too funny. And thank you to the 8 of you still here.
Why are you guys still here?
Real
Listen to me.
OGs just
Listen to me, right? Why?
Because they love us.
be crazy.
I wear the Lions jersey on football Sundays every Sunday. No, I didn't wear it one time this year. I didn't wear my jersey on game day, and they lost. So I wear it every Sunday, every day they
Oh,
play.
they lost because you didn't wear the jersey.
They lost because I didn't wear the jersey.
I hate when that happens.
Even that, because I travel a lot during football season, I wear the same jersey. I almost spent $200 to get another jersey because it's just to switch it up. That's how bad it's getting.
June, I'm the same way. So if I like something, I'll buy it in gray, I'll buy it in blue, I'll buy it in black, I'll buy it. I'm the same way.
Yes, yes. I have different colors. I have the same shirts, different colors.
I like doing
But
that with
I went above and beyond this time. I actually got some with a couple of little patterns on it to make it stand out.
Mm.
Chloe felt like I needed a cocktail.
So, good job, Chloe.
It's oranges with some grapes and an onion and I don't know what that else is.
That's delicious.
They said it looks great, Chloe.
Okay, I'm nummy.
Yeah, it looks nummy. Thank you.
Yum, 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 yum.
Thank you. I'll drink it. Nummy nums.
I drank it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Onion. Look at the onion. So
Sorry. She felt like I needed a drink.
she
Mommy,
missed
please.
yesterday.
Mommy, you've been gone a long time. Mommy, here, have a drink.
Mommy's
was
been
yesterday.
laughing. She needs a drink.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. This cruise, and again, I do appreciate. This is really like my first group cruise, and it's gonna be just funny because you kind of sort of know the people, and I know some people they're gonna run up, hey, how's it going? And there's gonna be other people that sit back and not come up, so you'd have to approach them probably, and it's not not because they don't like you. It's just the different personalities.
Yeah.
And I know when people see me, they'll see me on the Lido deck. I'll have headphones on with my laptop, usually try to download video or trying to edit, just trying to get some editing started. Even if I don't finish it, I try to get it started because I want to know where I'm going with the video. I want to know hey, here's a ship tour. Here's the embarkation day. Here's Cozumel. Here's the sea day. And just try to just get them started and then just work on it as I go. So it's going to look like, well, he doesn't want to be bothered. It's like, no, you're not really bothering me because I'm not really working. I'm just putting the files in the right place.
I can't bring myself to bring my laptop on the ship. I don't know. I know it's probably useful, but I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
I didn't used to. I just recently started, and I really like it because my downtime. And again, I enjoy vlogging. I enjoy creating videos. So my downtime, relaxing while I'm out on the Lido deck, is just looking at videos. And it's like, that was a good video. Or if I put like files together and I look at it, it's like I have to redo that. There were a couple of videos where I had to go reshoot, like doing a ship tour. It's like, oh, that one didn't turn out well at all. I need to go back and reshoot it. So I glance at it. I don't do a lot of work, and I'm probably drinking at the same time that I'm doing this. But
that's what we do as well. We learned on the first time we went on the Dream, we didn't bring our laptop, and we got back and was like, ooh, that's got a lot of wind noise. Or, wow, did you see that lady in the thong behind you while you were doing your intro there? We can't use that. So we learned to download it, just look at the clips real quick. I may not do a full edit or anything like that, but at least just kind of look and make sure they downloaded okay. And I kind of look for background. I'm a little better about the background than Andrew. I think he's so focused on what he's trying to say and get the camera right that he doesn't notice the background, but I'm scanning background.
Right. and that's important. I mean, again, luckily, with technology now, you can blur out things and stuff like that. So I mean, again, you don't have to be perfect. You can make it better. You can adjust the color, the lighting. You can do a lot of things now.
But this poor lady was trying to get ready for her. I mean, it was probably in the morning when he did his intro. I mean, I say morning, it's probably 10 a.m. And she was like bent over and trying to get her like stuff ready. I'm like, you can't use that.
I did that on the beach. I'm scanning the beach, and there's a lady, and she's all bent over, and it's like, that probably wasn't a good shot. I left it in there, but it's like, that probably wasn't a good shot.
Yeah, no.
But I left it in there.
She was in like a neon thong. I was like, yeah, they're gonna notice that. Yeah.
See, all YouTube creators work different, and like so the way I work. So like I have to work on everything that I'm doing and be there in the moment. So editing is kind of on a boat is going to throw me off. So I'm going to have, and this is just the way that I work. And this isn't me telling you if you have a channel, this is the way you should do it. This is kind of me behind the scenes telling you that I'll have a list of all of the ideas I want to have filmed on a cruise. I'll have 7 or 8 of them. This last cruise I showed Brady, I was lucky enough to have 14 of them that I thought of before. I want to go and create those pieces. I had them in my phone and I check marked them as I recorded them. Once I got back, I was able to then create the pieces here in front of me, because for me, editing is kind of one of those, I wouldn't say roadblocks, but it's one of those things that I really don't enjoy as part of the whole YouTube creator thing. So I like to be in a space to create, think about what I'm going to create, and then edit it, right? Because I feel like that's the way that I'm going to be able to give the best and the most value to my audience that's watching it. Otherwise, for me, if I were to bring my laptop on a cruise, my videos would be all over. You'd be like, whoa.
Well, again, I say I don't consider it editing. I don't edit, but I put all the raw footage right there, and then when I get back home, now I start breaking down the videos, shortening the clips.
Mm-hmm.
No, that clip wasn't any good. I throw that one out. But again, I just get everything lined up to make it easier, because sometimes you'll especially when you have like a phone and a camera, because they aren't sequential. So the numbering system is different. Mm-hmm. So I want to match up the days that I'm doing something at a beach with the same day on my phone. So it's just easy to put like all those clips together and then work on it later on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't really edit. Again, I have my headphones on because I like to listen, wind noise, too much copyright music or things like that. Do I need to redo it?
Right. Yeah. And see, everyone works different. So
they do.
It's great.
It's what's great about it.
Somebody came in.
Hello, Shamir. How are you doing? Well, guys, I was going to end it soon. Did y'all want to give your plugs for what's on your channel this week and what's going on?
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead, Scott.
What do I got? I have Wednesday live with Armstrong Adventures. We will be here 4:00 and 7:00 next week, as always. And then I will be here on Thursday with Embarkation Nation. I believe Andrew and myself will be doing trivia again. This is 90 sitcoms this week. So be ready for trivia on that. That's also 4:00 and 7:00. And then I'll have some various videos and podcasts along the way for you guys too. So hope to see you guys.
Now, are you back to doing the like daily podcast or daily?
Yes, I'm going to be doing some of those cruise news shows, basically, some trending topics in the news, looking at John Field's Facebook page too as well. So just talking about some of the most viral topics that are going around the cruising industry. I wouldn't say daily. I would say maybe 3 times a week or so.
Okay.
And then definitely a podcast or two and starting that interview series. I think I'm going to call it Behind the Mic. Don't quote me on that yet, but I think Behind the Mic is what I'm going to do. So I'm excited.
Good, good. Well, I'm again, Scott just told you, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, we do a show, Cruise Talk, where we talk about the latest thing in cruising. Just it's all cruise talk, about an hour. I really love that show. It's kind of like this show, but without the rambling, because Jennifer was kind enough to let me ramble on this show. And then on Thursday, I do Banter with Bill at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I like doing that show. And this particular week, the topic I'm gonna have a general topic, and it's going to be about the booze cruise and getting ready for the booze cruise and what I had to do to get ready and the different shirts I had to buy and all this other good stuff. Just talk about how my excitement for the booze cruise, because that's Thursday night at 8 p.m. House of X Entertainment is going to interview me Thursday night, and then Friday morning I'll be leaving out for the booze cruise. So I'm trying to build the excitement up for the booze cruise. I need you people to watch my videos.
Look at you getting interviewed too, Bill. Nancy B, the Scratcher.
Yeah.
You had House of X. Who else? I know I'm missing another one.
African Dreaming today.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people there. I mean, but I really enjoyed the conversation. They were a lot of fun talking to.
Everybody loves you and your shirts.
But see now, I mean, I was self-conscious. Well, okay, I just did the interview. Did I wear this in the interview or not? Oh my goodness, which interview did I wear this? See, but that's what I get for talking about people. Now I'm self-conscious because I talk about people. It's a me problem, not a you guys problem. It's a me problem.
Bonus points. Does anybody know what shirt Bill wore for Nancy B. the Scratcher's interview?
See, again, now I'm gonna have to go back and look at it and see.
See, but that's okay, because if nobody can tell you offhand, that means they were just watching you and your awesome interview.
But now we talk about it so much tonight, people are going to start looking at it. So now I just compounded my problem.
Don't worry.
I think it'll be okay. You're going to have such amazing content on the booze cruise that they're not going to worry about what shirt you have. They're going to be, what's Bill filming?
I always thought that was the case, but it takes a while to build. I don't want to say a clientele, but to build a base of people watching you. And I know people get frustrated because you spend a lot of time putting videos together, and people don't watch like you think they should watch. And I mean, I do it I do it all the time. I try not to. I do it all the time, and I look at other videos. It's like that video got 500 views. Why did my video only get 100 views? And it takes time. Most people, it doesn't happen overnight. Where people gravitate towards you and start watching your videos and want to watch your videos. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better, not thinking like that. I put out what I like, but I try to tweak it because Lalita Loca, again, he made a valid point the last week or whenever he was on an interview. A lot of vloggers make videos that they like when we should be making videos that the viewers like. And I got to get out that mindset of what I like. There's a certain way I like to shoot my videos. Me walking along here, me doing a voiceover and telling you what I'm seeing later on. And I'm not growing in why. And that when he said that to me, it resonated with me that make videos that people want to watch. And for whatever reason, people like listening to me talk and ranting and raving and stuff like that. So I gotta demonstrate more of a personality. Hey, how's it going? Hey, but I have to do more of that to get people to want to watch me, not what I like, to watch me.
why don't you try? I mean, if you like that approach of you filming this way, right? Why don't you just do it with no words and then bring it home, chop the audio, and then do a voiceover if people really like to listen to you? You know, give them what they want, do a little
Well,
bit of
no,
what you want, show them visual, and say, "Hey, this is Bill. I'm going to walk you through Costa Maya. You know, look at the
because
monkeys. Oh my God!" But
people like to see the face.
yeah,
They like a voiceover. They like the face. And again, I'm not very comfortable with it. You know, as somebody said, you know, I got a face for radio. So, you know, yeah, I'm not very comfortable. I'm getting better. And again, even like just talking like this,
Yeah.
this is from when I started to now, the transition is beyond belief of me coming on here and laughing and joking and talking about my shirts, because I'm already self-conscious, and that's really is true. But I never would have said that before.
right.
So you try to give the people what they want. And even like with my lives, you know, when I'm up here, I'm showing my face, laughing and joking and talking to people and stuff like that. I see new people coming in. I see people interacting. I see people reaching out to me, great live and all this other stuff. They send me these messages and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, they really do like that. They don't want me just sitting up there. You know, yeah, I went on the Carnival Jubilee. It was nice. They want to see, like Scott, like you did, like review of restaurants and get my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, why they want my opinion, which was always in my head. Why do you want my opinion whether I like the food? You know, it's food. You should go see whether you like it. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. It has nothing to do with your taste buds. That's me thinking. People want to hear an opinion about it. Because in my head, Scott, I really don't care what you think about Margaritaville. I want to experience for myself. I don't care what you thought about that movie. It's something I think I want to see. I want to see it for myself. And then I'll tell you whether I liked it or not. Video's the same way. I don't, you know, I don't care what somebody says. I don't care somebody's review of a restaurant, unless they tell me it was like the dirtiest restaurant they ever saw, something like that. But as far as food, I listen. But again, I'm still going to try it because I want to see, because I may love it, even though you don't hate it. So I'm trying to get out that mindset. People like reviews.
Well, and I think the reason is because, like, let's say like Rudy's, the Rudy's. Yes, the other day I was looking back at the menu, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to know what the lobster mac and cheese looks like. I mean, I envision it in my head, but did they just take a lobster and throw it up there? Is it cut in pieces? Is there like 2 bites of lobster and I'm paying this much money for it? So I think that's why reviews are important. And I'm just giving an example because that's kind of what I look for. Like, you know, when I was looking at the excursion for Joost van Dyke, well, that's not really a popular one that, you know, any of the creators I know are researching. So that was something I want to do. And so I was on, hey, what's this NCL excursion like? And typing in those words. And I think that's why it's important. Yeah. Because I want to see what the food looks like. I mean, before I go pay $48 today at Rudy's, I want to know, is it going to be worth it? Is it not worth it?
I tell you, it's more than seeing what the food looks like. Everybody takes pictures of the food. Everybody. I mean, you could go pull up all kind of pictures of food. What draws people in is you talking about the food. Ooh, that was the best, you know, those were the best chicken wings I ever had. That's what draws them in. If you, just seeing the food, everybody in the restaurant is out there, got the phone out, bloop, bloop, taking the pictures of the food, and they post those pictures. The channels that get the most views are the ones that are telling you about the food.
Just throwing up hearts. You don't even know.
What are we doing here, people? What are we doing here?
I was hearting Scott because he said one embarkation to get Howard.
Because Angelina said it.
And
if I watch you get. Oh, no, you don't. Over and over, you don't get the hours. No. You only get it one time when you watch.
Time per year, like 365 days.
Yes, good thing.
And Will G, man, you guys are still going. I thought you would be with Eddie.
That's Jennifer's fault. Oops, that's Jennifer's fault.
We were headed. we were headed out, and then we got on a discussion about food and reviews.
Oh, I mean, on that too, like I've been watching a lot of food reviews. I've been watching a lot of cruise and content and all that other stuff to kind of up my videos too when I go on my next cruise. I think like I'm thinking about a lot of things that I'm watching and wanting to watch and being like, wow, that's really cool. Like I think it's I think what I'm going to test is a combination of that voiceover, but bring more of a cinematic like effect to showing people the food. Like you said, what you want to see is the lobster mac and cheese, right?
Yes.
But you don't want to hear everybody and the food clanking, right? And it's kind of hard to be like, hey guys, this is the lobster mac and cheese, where there's 70 other people online and people are bringing out everything. So if you just film that kind of as B-roll, but in your mind, like have like what you're gonna, not what you're exactly what you're gonna say, but sort of what the voiceover is gonna be. You like have a cinematic, you do it like B-roll, but then when you come back to the table, you do another segment of like you eating. You're like, okay, guys, I'm gonna try the lobster mac and cheese, blah blah blah. You eat it, and then when you go home and you put it all together and you watch the B-roll, you're like, okay, guys, I'm gonna take you through Rudy's Sea Grill and show you what the lobster mac and cheese looks like, and then it's like, oh, looks kind of good. It actually just came out of the oven. Like, look, he's bringing it over, and like. You're here talking about it, but it's like voicing over because you ripped all the sound off of it, right? And then it kind of like cinematically goes to me sitting on the cruise ship. And it's like, okay, cool. I got my bowl of lobster mac and cheese. Like, let's try it here. Like, you guys ready for me to try it? And then like I eat it. So it's like, like putting together the piece of the puzzle, but like you're kind of telling a story without like, okay, guys, like I'm eating a lobster mac and cheese. Here's the lobster mac and cheese on the line, because there's a lot of background noise, like you said. There's also could be music, there could be babies screaming, there could be, people, anything being loud. You have no idea. And you don't want to like film the vlog there and then like, oh crap, I gotta wait for everybody to be quiet to go back and record the mac and cheese again.
I think people actually like that because it seems real. When you start doing voiceovers, it's like it's not real. It's like, again, I mean, it can be. You have to watch your voiceover, but here's the food, here's this. I think people really like to see people eat their food and give, oh, this was disgusting. And hearing the background noise, because with the background noise, they can kind of put themselves in that seat.
Right.
And it's like, I'm back on a cruise. But again, and this is what I like about it, because everybody look, this is why you can have 60 people going on a booze cruise and you're going to have 60 different points of view of everything.
You still get that. And what, like, I'm not taking that part of the review away. Like the voiceover goes into it, and then it goes to a clip of me sitting on the Splendor or on the Miracle or on the Glory, eating, or wherever whoever has Rudy's Sea Grill. Right. And then I'm actually eating the mac and cheese on my cruise, so.
I think Will G and June make a great point. EECC does do some great food reviews because they are like, especially like when they're like trying a new restaurant or something, they show you the plate, they take a bite. Jason's real good about describing the taste and comparing it to Louisiana seasonings or something you may be able to kind of register in your mind with. Like Will G said, the ambience of the place, real-time reviews. I think that like Bill said, that noise and putting yourself there helps that restaurant, because I want to see what I'm getting into. If it's a voiceover, in a bunch of pictures, which I've seen those reviews too, like of food. Okay, but I mean, tell me, was that lobster rubbery? Was when I'm sitting at Rudy's, was the was the seating kind of crowded? That's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at, I'm about to pay $100 and something for 3 of us to eat here. Like, am I just getting a weird mac and cheese with like maybe some beer cheese and like some funky lobster? Or am I getting like, this was the best lobster ever? And I will say that I think EECC does some great food reviews. They really do. And I kind of trust their opinion when it comes to like excursions and food reviews, because a lot of times when Jason and Lisa have said like, hey, this is how this tastes, I'm like, I kind of agreed with them on things I know I have tried. So then now I trust their opinion on other things. And so I think that's also, but that's my taste. Now, Bill, I know you are kind of more of like a chicken nuggets and French fries kind of guy. I'm just saying, so if I go and say,
Who?
I said, Bill, you're more of a chicken. So if I go and say there was a lot of lobster in
When
this
have you ever heard me say something about chicken nuggets and French fries? I think you got me confused with Andrew. I'm meat and
clock,
potatoes.
clock,
Oh, clock. Yeah, clock.
I got you confused with clock. But I'm just saying, like, but if I say there's a lot of lobster in this mac and cheese, knowing you don't eat seafood, and I'm like, this is the best ever, and you're like, I don't eat seafood. That looks awful.
Well, and
You would
again,
trust somebody with more of a palate like yours.
but I mean, but that's the beauty of it. You do have to play around with it. And I've done like kind of that sterile type of with the pictures and the voiceover, and it didn't keep my attention.
Gotcha.
And but I noticed the things that kept my attention are watching people give their live reviews. Parker's on the go. Brandon does his chicken wing review where he eats it live and eat right there, and it just that keeps my attention more than actually like getting the best shot of the food and watch. Because I mean, I used to go to make sure I didn't have any shadows of the food and getting good picture shots of it.
Us too.
And I want to try it again. I may go back to the other way, but I want to try some new things to see how well it works.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Taste Try Travel, Chris and Beth?
No.
They do. You should watch one of their videos. I think it's taste.try.travel. Great personalities. And their video is kind of what I'm like, their style of video. You'll see. They do a lot of cruises and stuff like that, but they also do traveling and stuff like that. But they're great too. They remind me a little bit of like ECC too.
Okay.
Little bit different style, same personality, but if you watch Taste Try Travel, Chris and Beth, yeah, that's sort of kind of what I want to test.
Well, the problem we have is like day 1 and 2, we're like, oh, we're real good about getting the pictures, and then like day 4, I'm like, well, I've already eaten this burger, but it was great. You should have seen it.
I've been there and done that. It's like, my goodness, I was
was
at
really
a
good,
steakhouse.
Just trust me. I have no photo proof, but you can see where my plate is now clean.
That was me on the Margaritaville. I ate half the burger and did a review live.
Yeah, I was saying. But we were wrapping this, we digressed.
Big time.
See? That's why I don't say it. People, that's why I don't say it anymore, okay? That's why.
But we were going to end this, and I was going to say, tomorrow we're talking ship with Traveling Check, and then and I know that we're maybe some of us on there, some of the same panel. You are welcome, and I'll send that link if you want it, Bill or Scott. And then so we got talking ship tomorrow night, and then we're going to, I don't know about Tuesday because I know Sherry's on a cruise. I know Clock's got some things going on, so just make sure your alerts are on for all the channels, and I know we probably won't be back until Thursday, maybe after Saturday, but we'll see.
Thursday, yeah, with me.
Yeah, which
This is my last Saturday here. I'll be in New Orleans next Saturday. I won't be. Oh, this is Friday. I'm sorry, this is Friday. I don't even know what day it is.
Are you gonna hop on with me on Saturday and show me Bourbon Street live? Just show Clock.
If it's good video.
I'm joking.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't. I mean, again, no. See, I'm not going. I don't mind hopping on and saying hi and showing a couple of things, but I'm not going to walk around for an hour.
No, I don't want you. Please don't. Go enjoy your trip.
Some people do. Oh, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better as far as like not being shy, pulling out my camera, videotaping, sitting on a little tripod while I'm having a drink and things like that. I mean, I'm trying to get better about that. That's not in my nature, but again, what I see, people kind of like that kind of stuff. They want to see you down there partying. Hey, Bill, when are you gonna get on the dance floor and dance? Bill, don't dance. I lean against the wall and I do my 2-step. That's against the wall. I don't get. But
said you lean with it, rock with it the other day. Bill doesn't dance, he leans with it.
That's what I do. And for people, I mean, so many people, hey, Bill, you got to get out there and dance. You got to get out there. But I'm gonna try to be in more of my videos because again, when you travel solo, it's hard to get in the videos. You know, as you're doing it, setting up a tripod, coming up here, doing some B-roll, me walking up to the ship or something like that. That it requires work. That means setting up a tripod. Luckily, on this cruise, Mike, Clock will be on there. So, hey, Mike, can you get a picture of me, walking to the beach or whatever, so I can have that B-roll. I never had that B-roll before because, well, again, I'm traveling solo. All I got is me walking to the beach or a picture of my face and me walking to the beach. Never a picture of me walking to the beach. So it's going to be interesting. And, I try to think about that ahead of time to try to get it planned out.
Bill, we should go on a cruise together. Well, I'll get all the B-roll for like 5 years. Just bring a lot of shirts.
You need a lot of shirts. You need a lot of shirts.
See, everyone has an Uncle Brady to travel with. That's why, he really helped me with vlogging, like think of some things that I'm just like, Uncle Brady.
I'm telling you. Like Will, I love when like people give you a different perspective, like Will G tonight and June and Lisa and Cruising. I love it. Like, because then now, like when I go on Jubilee, I'm like, I know Scott's shy, but he may approach us, but he's shy, so I won't be like, hey. I'll be like, hey, Scott. I love that. Give us some perspective and some direction. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you want to see. If you want to see Bill dance, see if we can get Bill to dance.
You won't. I mean, it'd be a two-step. Hey.
I'm
again. I mean,
not a two-step guy. I'm thinking, more maybe like sprinkler.
No, probably not. We'll see. You'll see in the club because again, everybody's gonna have a camera on in the club. But that's the beauty. See, that's what I love about this. You're gonna have 60 people out there videotaping the same thing. How do you get yours to stand out?
Right. Well, you need you to dance because you don't dance.
Well, I mean, I'm still working on that as far as what can I do to make mine stand out from everybody else's? Because again, you got 60 people doing it. You're going to get tired. You've seen the videos of the group cruises where they all have the same video, and it's like, wow, did nobody put any thought into this video? How do you stand out? And that's what everybody here, is trying to do. They're trying to stand out. I want you to watch my video over Clock's video, over Eddie Lugo's video, over. See, you're not right. Anyway, how do you do that though?
I'll make sure.
Well, like I said, and I'll probably be the one watching Eddie Lugo's, and I'll watch JNS's, and I'll watch Bill's, and I'll watch Clock's, and I'll be like, okay.
I'm watching Scott McNeil's to watch behind the scenes.
Yeah, because I want to see
right. And that's normally me, the white party. I'm the one in the camera getting the pictures, and I'm going to try to change that up and try to get different shots. And actually, again, I normally don't approach people and, hey, how's it going? Hey, Scott, come over here for a second, Scott. How's it going? How's the cruise going for you? I don't do that with people. I might talk to them and I might talk to them like that. I don't videotape that. Yeah. But this time, maybe I will. And then I can see me and Scott here. And now I can put him in my video, and then I can put his name under his when I do the video. Here's Scott. Right. Can you believe how much he's drinking?
Can Scott drink his whole Cheers package in a day?
Yeah.
Right.
Will G, there's not enough day. Even for all the content creators that support us, I'm 3 weeks behind on comments because I try to go back and watch all their videos and make sure I'm supportive too. And we totally. That's why I'm grateful. Like when you come to watch us twice today, and also, Will, I was gonna let you know, I held off on sending your prize from trivia. I have it, but I wanted to make sure you were back from your trip and your mail service and stuff. I didn't want, I wanted to be mindful of that. But if you didn't receive it yet, it's just because I held on to it just to make sure that it would get to you safe.
Oh
My son said he wanted his bottle opener too.
He does.
Be we.
Okay.
So I send you the address.
He wants the Ace one.
Wheezy, cool.
Ooh, whichever
You know
one
what?
you were
I'm
giving
just
out
gonna
that
send
night.
him a couple different. We'll send him some stuff. He'll get a bottle.
He'll like that.
I'll just. You get a random surprise. It'll be
You
a
get a
bottle.
prize. You get a
You get
prize.
a prize. I need to update my prizes.
I do want to do that too. I mean, again, there's so many things that I want to do.
I know. I want to do Star Wars trivia, but I want to give away something cool Star Warsy.
That would be cool. Yes.
Or and Harry Potter. How can you do Harry Potter trivia and not give away a wand? I mean,
Yeah. Got you. Or something like that.
okay. Thank you, Will G. Will G's the best.
He is. He's everywhere.
Everywhere. So supportive. And I was so happy to see them on the Dream and they were, when they posted their picture, I saw it in Have Luggage Will Travel and I think See Me Travel. I mean, just I love that. And Will G, I love your cruising advice, just so you know.
Well, again, not afraid to speak his mind about something that, and again, that's
From
what.
Texas?
Well, I'm pretty sure all three of us. That's what we appreciate.
Yes.
We can all have a conversation, just like me and Scott. We're up here debating about how to videotape food.
Mhm.
Again, there's no right or wrong way. It's just different.
Right.
You look at things, and it's like Scott. He's always talking about B-roll. Well, I want to get some B-roll on this cruise ship of me walking and be able to throw that into a video, me playing basketball or something, and be able to throw that into a video.
But if Will G came back and said, I wouldn't watch it because I saw XYZ, I would be like, oh, okay. That's
Again,
noted.
I'm
won't do
listening.
that. Because if
Well, I'm not
Will
gonna
G thinks it, there's probably 50 people who also thought it that didn't tell
Right.
me.
I'm not saying I wouldn't still do it, because again, I listen to everybody, but then I go with my mind, what I think. And if your argument is good, and I was like, yeah, well, I haven't been my live. If my live wasn't growing, I'm listening. What am I doing wrong? Why people don't come back? So I'm always listening. But if I'm growing, it's like, man, I'm doing something right. But now, how do you take it to the next level without? And you don't want to alienate the people that you have now, but you want to go to the next level.
Right.
So that's why you see me now. Nancy B wants to do an interview. I'm in, Nancy. African Dreaming. Nobody from our community was there. I picked up 7 subscribers. Oh, I'm sorry, one person. Jamia, you, Swoop was there. But again, 40 people, and only recognized 3 names. I picked up 7 subscribers from that interview. Now, will they stick? I don't know. But there were people in that chat that they seem like they talking about cruising. So now they're coming over. Well, now next week is House of X. I'm going on a booze cruise. So when you see me on the interview, hey, I'm gonna be on this booze cruise. It's gonna be so much fun. You got all these content creators gonna be there. You got JNS, because I think they know JNS well, and all this. We're all gonna be there. You got to check out my videos to try to build up a hype around the booze cruise. Kind of like what they did with the Vloggers cruise, where they had real big names going on Vloggers cruise, so that really wasn't that hard. But that's what when you ask me what am I doing for my channel, that's what I'm doing. I'm working with Scott. Scott's giving me ideas of what to do, how to set this up and do that. And now it's like, well, what am I going to do? Try to network more, and not network with the same people. We love you guys, but we got to bring more people into the flock. More cruises, more people that want to play pickleball.
I want to see you play pickleball, Bill. I think that'd be a good video.
I have one lung, and again, I could play for a little bit and probably be the best at it, but my endurance isn't there. I have a diaphragm it's a paralyzed diaphragm, so my one lung won't inflate. So that's it doesn't hurt or anything like that, but I'll get winded. Not like some people on YouTube, but I do get winded. So playing pickleball is like, hey, for that first game or two, I'd be right there. I'd beat anybody probably. But oh boy,
And we'll
oh boy,
I love seeing me by one.
he needs to go to bed or whatever he needs to do. But
and
again,
and I
that-
agree. See Me Traveling deserves their 1,000.
They do.
they do.
I hope they have to go on the booze cruise.
It's a tough thing to do. It's not easy. I know some people make it look real easy.
Don't look at me.
Not you, just you know that look. Some people make it look real easy. It's not. It's a couple here and there. And that's what we're working on. I mean, I'm talking about making changes, trying to draw a few people in.
Changes.
But once you click with people, and then they start sharing you out with other people, now you're starting to grow. So when you first start out, my belief, and this is my belief, and nobody else's, and so I don't quote me on this. It's not a fact. It's not YouTube fact or anything like that. How many people are here? 8 people. I'm trying not to kill you 8 people. But my belief is, like, when we do a live like this, we should be able to pull in 1% of our subscribers. 1%. So if you have 1,000, you should be able to get 10 people into your live. And that average 10 people. Like we may have 8 here, but earlier today we had 20 some odd people here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 3-hour live. So pulling 1%, which it's not a lot. 2,000 subscribers, you should be able to average 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if I'm not doing that, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Everybody feels differently. So other people have different standards that they look at, but that's kind of what I look at. And that's what I'm working on, improving that number for me. I think my last live, I have 1,200 subscribers. So my rule, I should have about 12 people in my live. 12 people in my live. I had over 30. So it's like,
yeah,
people seem to like what I'm doing. And that's I want to improve that number. I want 40. I want to be 50. Beach Please. I think they had like 2,000 subscribers, maybe 2,500. So looking at, they should be about 25. I looked in there the other day. They had like 65 people in there.
Like 75 sometimes.
Yeah, they're doing something right.
They're hilarious.
See me traveling. 7 in the morning, I'll log in there and there's like 40 people there. I'm like,
and with 900 people. So again, my 1%, they could have about 9 people. That's not, not asking a lot. And if you don't have that 1%, you should be asking yourself why. Why don't you have that 1%?
I agree. And well, like Marsha and Kurt, their channel, I like their banter back and forth. That's one thing I think makes them unique, is they're not mean to each other, but they're that husband and wife couple, you laugh and they always have good polls, and Kirk's on the pole or something,
Kurt's on the pole. What?
That's their.
I'm sorry. Maybe I might be getting sleepy. Did I hear you right?
Yeah, that's what they say. Kirk's on the pole.
But again, and again, and this is where I get myself into trouble, people, because I'm talking, and people take it personal, like you're taking a shot at them, and it's like, it's not a shot at anybody. I don't care about what you're doing. This is for me. This is what I believe. If I'm not pulling 1% into my lives, why am I not doing that? And I'm talking about somebody who does lives on a regular basis, not a pop-up, not this, not that. Why am I not pulling in 1%? Right. And I want to improve my show, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what me and Scott again, he's taught me a lot. My numbers have grown since meeting Scott, because he got me focused as far as not being scatterbrained and going all over the place, kind of like I'm doing now. To
another channel to have more subscribers.
But again, see me traveling, but they're doing the right way, and it's a slow growth. Mm-hmm. And it's early in the morning. It's not the best time. It's early in the morning. It's not the best time, but they're doing, 30 people in the live. So people like them. They're just not drawing in new people, and that's what they need to draw in new people, and they need to figure out why new people aren't coming in to watch. Because again, having 30 people in their live is great, but why aren't they getting to 35 or 40? Right. See, you're getting stagnant. It's good, but you can be better. Well, I want to be better. I want to. Again, there were times when I would have been happy with 10 people on my live. There was times I've been happy with 15. There have been times I was happy with 20. Now that I see my channel growing, it's I'm happy with 30. I want to hit 40 now. So I want to see that growth. And I think a lot of channels don't look at it that way. They look at they're satisfied. I got 20 people on my live. I've been doing it for a year, and I got 20 people in my live, 20 people in my live, 20 people in my live, and it's the same names. Why? And that would be my question. Why? Why aren't you getting into a wider audience?
I was going to mention
content. You have to evolve with your content,
That's true.
You have to evolve. And see, Scott is again, he may have 370, 80, 380, whatever he has people, but when you listen to him talk, he knows what he's talking about. It's just something that's hard to do, and it takes time. But I'll tell him every day, he's doing it right. You're on the right path. Now, we may not agree on everything, but again, he has his way, and if his channel is still growing, he's doing something right. With his lives, I mean, and again, most of the people here, how many people here? 8 people. Think about when they decided the trivia. Man, they were trying to get 3 or 4 people to join that trivia. Yeah. I made sure I came just so I'll be one of the 3. Okay, I don't want them to have nobody up there. Come up there. Yesterday, I blinked, and I got blocked out because they reached their total in cahoots. I literally was doing something. I literally told myself, I mean, don't take this personal. I literally told myself, I got time. Let me do this real quick, and I could join in a second. By the time I did what I was doing, what was I doing? Whatever it was, I was doing something on my phone. By the time I got done doing that, they had 11 people on the group, and I got blocked out of the trivia.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, and it happened the week before that. I mean,
it was cheers.
It really was amazing. It really was amazing.
But again, that's growth. Yeah. Again, no matter what you think about it, that's growth. And that's what I want for my channel. I want my channel to grow. When me and Scott do our lives, I look at the numbers to see who's coming in. Do I see new names? If we get 20 people in there and they're the same old names every week, we're doing something wrong. Yep. We're not networking right. Our content is too boring. We're not doing something right. We want to grow. Well, at least, again, I'll let Scott speak for himself. We want to grow. And by the end of next year, we want to have 75, 100 people in our chat every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Minimum. I mean, it doesn't matter how many subscribers we have. We don't care about subscribers. I'm sure Scott would be happy if he had 500 subscribers and 60 people in the chat next week. I'm sure he'd be ecstatic with those numbers, because I would be.
Yep.
So I don't get caught in on subscribers and all that other content. I mean, I want to see new faces every week. Just like tonight, I was so happy. Embarkation Nation, I'm seeing that now. She's on here by herself, not with well, I'm sorry, not by herself. She's on here streaming out by herself. So people aren't watching my channel coming over here. People aren't here from Scott's channel coming here. They're on her channel. She had over 24, 25 people in here by herself. Again, they get in there for an hour. That's 25 hours for her.
I was so
you go to some of these channels, you get all these people up here. It's 25 people. Well, there's 12 in this one, 5 in this one, 3 in this one. Now there's 11 in this one, 7 in this one. It's just the same people being recycled. This was all her. This was her live, her,
And we're also, there's YouTube investigation department.
I see you're talking too much mess. I think, I don't know. That could be I know who I think it is.
But anyways, yeah.
I'm gonna check them out just to make sure.
But what I was gonna say is one thing I get excited when we have. It doesn't matter who's here. I just get so grateful and excited, and I like seeing the same names. I like seeing new names. I do. But I was gonna say back to Kurt and Marcia. I talked to
by the
Kurt.
way, I don't know that person either. By the way, I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, I don't know either.
YouTube.
I mean, they just said hello. So hello, a YouTube
Yeah, I
investigation.
know. Yeah, hello.
But what I was going to say is that like I talked to Kirk and we were kind of bouncing some ideas, and he was saying that maybe you, Clock, him, and Andrew could do a live in a couple Fridays after you get back from the booze cruise, and y'all could talk about, maybe the booze cruise in MSC, because I know Andrew's real excited about MSC. So,
well, you do certain ventures, but again, it helps to have like for me, having See Me Traveling, doing a show with See Me Traveling is good because they're not the same. It's not the same group. Me and Andrew doing a live, me and Clyde doing a live. We have the same friends, most of us, not all of them, but most of them. See Me Traveling, now you got my interest because I'm not over there all the time, and they're not in my channel all the time. So I know we have different people. So that's how you grow.
Well, like I said, I told him, he said, yeah, when we get back from the trip, and then that way I could kind of talk about it. So I thought that might be a fun idea. I think like Will G said, I'm looking so forward to the Booze Cruise lives. That's a tongue twister. We've been talking for a while.
I just hope the internet holds out.
Oh.
I just hope the internet, because again, I don't want to do like a ship tour or anything like that, and it's real fuzzy video. I mean, real I want it to be at least decent. But it should be a lot of good videos.
I think it's going to be a lot of great videos. I think it's going to be a lot of excitement for sure. But I know we were going to end this live, and I was going to have me too. I'll be streaming as much as possible. Awesome.
Come on over.
Stream.
Again, I would like for a few of us, if the YouTube investigation department, if they're talking about the booze cruise, do a little collab, get together and just sit there and shoot the breeze and talk about the booze cruise.
Investigate away.
This could be like a wing off Barry Brain. This could be Barry Brain's helper or something.
Yeah.
YouTube investigation department.
See, I don't know much about Barry Brains. I don't know anything about him. I always hear the name, but I don't know anything about him.
I agree, Will G. The ship tours, when they do them live, it's fuzzy and it's a little difficult. I know I've been watching the Muster Drill do the MSC ones, and sometimes his service is really great, and then no fault to his own. Sometimes it's just the ship internet, it's fuzzy or.
Well, and even he was aware of that. Because he made a comment that he doesn't like to do it. He doesn't want to put it on his channel and stuff like that because it's poor quality. He doesn't want people their first view to the channel is this poor quality live view.
Exactly.
I want to stream with Rob. What do you know about him?
I don't know.
I don't know much about him.
But anyway, I know we were gonna raid over to Ocean, and
we missed that.
And we got
I did. We missed that.
We're gonna be hashtag replay.
I got a notification. Bruce was thanking us thanking everybody for coming over watching. We missed it.
Thank you, Bruce.
It's all your fault, Jen.
I'm sorry. I really wanted to talk about the lobster mac and cheese though, because I'm really curious about it. The lobster.
Well, I'm gonna have somebody eat some. I'm gonna film it and let them give you their opinion because I don't eat seafood.
Thank you. Let's see who's live. It looks like Orange Cone is live.
Aren't they the usual suspects? Aren't they alive?
The Usual Suspects. Yeah, I think they're.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end this, and I hope thank you again. I know I want to say, you know what? I have a thank you. Hold on. You haven't seen this yet, Scott.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say thank you, everybody. We love you. I love our new members. I love everybody who sticks and chats for us for hours. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Thank you.
Cash rules everything around me. Get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo.
See, and just all you did was speed it up a little bit so you don't get the copyright. See?
Exactly. Exactly.
I use that picture for our next cover.
You want that?
I just
That
did. I just used that picture for our next cover.
I made a short out of it.
Oh, our friend. So our friend was starting a photography business. The same one just did the con, and he's done a lot of adventures. And anyways, he asked Chloe to be a model. Well, Chloe didn't want a model that day. She was not in a mood. And so Andrew was his model. And so he has him like August the trees.
So that made him pose like this. I mean, wow.
We're good friends. We've been good friends for a long
things
time.
you find out about people.
So anyway, but y'all have an amazing night. I'm thankful for all of you. Have a great Friday night.
Good night, everybody.
See y'all later. Bye, guys.
You got 11 people. You got 11 people here. You sure you want to leave?
But I don't want to digress. This is raid over to Orange Cone and say Nation Raid. Good night, everybody.
Nation
Good night.
Raid.